afternoon, guys. How are you guys?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
I am
afternoon,
not
sir.
your sir. I am your senior, guys. You can call us brother, bro. Anything is okay.
Good
I am
afternoon,
from
bro.
your college only. So you guys are excited?
Yeah,
Yes.
very
Yes.
much.
Is this your first event from the college?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You might be knowing clubs like Lexus and Akriti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
So let us start. May I am Gaurav Mandal. Basically, I am the head of Intel IoT Club in our college. We have 5 members in our team. That is, one is me. The second one is the AI head, IoT head, and the ML head. Uh, Guys, please introduce yourselves. Bhavna, you can start introducing yourself.
So hey guys, good afternoon to one and all. I'm so excited to see this huge crowd here. Thank you so much for all the response. I'm basically AI lead of this club. I'm from second year CSM department, A section, and I've done few projects based on machine learning and also had course and also I completed 2 or 3 courses on AI and that nothing great. That's about me.
Now it's time for the IoT head to introduce himself.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, my team members. This is Deepak. I'm a third year computer science student. I am currently the IoT head at the Intel CMRTC. I also intern as a cloud intern with F13 Technologies. I have 2 years of experience in cloud computing and the domains of cloud-based technologies such as cloud-based data science and cloud-based machine learning. So if anyone is interested in that domain, you can reach out to me. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Yes, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, just a second, just a second. Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Yashraj and I am from CMR Technical Campus, third year, and I have been selected for an ML lead, machine learning lead in this IoT club, Intel IoT club. And I'll be addressing you about all the machine learning, about all the learnings about machine learning. And I have also completed many projects in machine learning concepts. And yeah, that's all about me.
If anybody wants to tell something, you guys can tell.
Expectations from this club or from this event you can share with us.
Bro, can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure, you can ask.
Yeah, sure.
Bro, many of the seniors are from second or third year, right?
Yes.
How do you got a chance to become an AL head or ML or IoT head on even on second year?
I will explain you guys. Just a minute.
Okay, bro.
Bro, it is a new course now. How would you get ahead of that?
I will tell you. I will tell you. I will show you one presentation because many of you guys have doubts on how the club was formed and how we have selected things. I will tell you guys.
But it is a new course now, bro. How you have done projects on that?
We don't have any limitations,
This
right?
course
Whenever
is new
you
to our
do
college,
anything.
but not new to the CSC students, no? So AI, ML,
Uh,
and IoT are basically subjects of CSC only.
yeah, if you come to third year, so you will have in current scenario we have AI and ML in third year itself. You guys will have in advance, I guess.
Hello, bro.
Yeah, you can tell.
Actually, what this course do? What actually this course do? How does it work?
No, basically we have a club. We We conduct various sessions, we conduct various contests, we conduct hackathons, many things. We are totally into AI, ML, and IoT things. Anything is there, we will deal with it. Yeah, we give training sessions on you guys to you guys, first year, second year, third years, everyone we can give. Yeah, if anybody is interested, we help them, we guide them to overcome any
Non-stop.
problem if they have.
Thank you.
How many of you are from EC?
Bro, I'm from ECE branch.
I am also.
Okay, so we have around 14, 15 people from EC. You guys can lower your hand.
So, how are the things going on? How is your academics? How is your college life?
When we'll have a freshers?
Guys, this question is for Akash. Abla.
No,
We'll
it's actually Lexus Club. It's actually
yeah.
Lexus Club. Uh, you will get that information from Lexus Club, yeah.
We'll share soon.
Mm.
Guys might know information way far beyond bro. May not.
I think you're not audible. Can you speak a little bit louder?
You guys get all information, dude.
Well,
From the club. They are also seniors. They are batchmates.
yeah, when we'll get, we'll share with you guys. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it was actually planned on this January first week or second week, but due to lockdown we can't conduct. So it will be just postponed and we'll just inform you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
For first years, mid exams got completed.
No, sir.
No, not completed, bro.
When they are scheduled?
8th. On
Eighth,
8th or
Eighth
on
and
9th?
ninth.
8th, 9th.
On 8th.
8th it seems so.
9th.
Sir, from 8th and 9th.
Okay. How's your online classes going on? Are you attending?
Yeah, bro.
Yes, bro.
Going good.
How's the faculty? How's the faculty?
Not bad.
All are good except one.
Bro.
Little bit
As
good.
usual.
5, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Anybody has any special talents?
Yeah, guys, you can share it here. There's no faculty here.
Yeah, we are only the ones.
Yeah.
Talent లేదు బ్రో ఇంకా స్పెషల్
What? It didn't got you?
What?
She told talent లేదు ఇంకా స్పెషల్ ఏంది అని అంటుండే. Yeah, how many of you people are interested in coding?
ఐఎమ్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్
I'm interested.
I am
Yeah.
also there.
Yes, bro.
గౌరవ్ బ్రో
Yeah, tell.
యు ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ విచ్ బ్రాంచ్
I'm from CSE.
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ
So guys, let me show you about our tub, how it began, everything. Guys, one PPT is visible.
Yeah, it's visible. Continue.
So I will tell you how it happened. So Intel was there. You guys know Intel, right? What do they make? Anybody?
Processors.
Yeah. So why is processor required? Because we need to run any application, that is machine learning application, artificial intelligence applications, and various applications, right? So processor is important. So Intel thought what is, how can we connect directly to the various colleges and students? So they came out with a plan that in the United States we already have clubs like IoT clubs in various way, that is they can connect with the students of various colleges. So in India also they plan the similar thing. And after planning, this is the first time they have taken this step. So after planning, they started reaching out various colleges. So in the first batch, they reached around 6 colleges. They continued this process. They kept on going. They kept on going. CMRIT, CMREC, every college came under this process. And in the seventh batch, around 101 colleges were taken. In that also, our college came. So I received a mail from Intel team that you have been selected. You can start the club and conduct various activities in your college. So I have started this. So let me share you the timeline. On the 17th December, I received the mail and everything, and the onboarding process took place where various college students were there with me, and we were told what and all things we should do and what and all we should conduct in our colleges. Then on 25th December, that is Christmas, we got permission to start the club in our college from Mr. Srujan Raju sir and Naresh sir. You guys might not know them, but next year you guys will know them surely. Sir is the Srujan Raju sir is the HOD of CAC, and Naresh sir deals with technical things. So on 28th December 2021, we started recruitment. You guys were having doubt, right? How we selected? So we selected many people. We shared the forms. We got around 50 responses. After getting 50 responses, what we have done is we have sorted them out based on various parameters and factors, whether they have done projects something else or not. Then we have checked them, how they are there, what and all things they have, achievements, everything we have checked. Then on 10th Jan, we got the core team selected. Then the fun fact is between 28th and 10th we were having exams. Many of the us were having exams. We were preparing at the same time. Many people were enrolling for this club also. So on 13th January 2022, our club met for the first time. Our 5 team members were met with each other, and our journey started. On 23rd, we conducted a event called as Tech Connect. It was basically for the second years. We originally planned that event for the first years itself, but due to some communication problems, we couldn't do, and we conducted it for the second years. And guys, what happened on 30th Jan? Anybody knows? Guys, you can try. It's very easy.
Like going on.
Yeah, you're right.
Tree
On
of plant
Yeah, on 30 January we are conducting SparkX.
with
That is the
us.
second year event of our college. Our club is even more younger than you guys. You have spent more time than our club in the college itself. We are the youngest club in our college. Another new club is there, that is the CMRTC Code Chef chapter. That is also that is also started by our friends itself. So what we do is basically we deal with 3 main domains, that is artificial intelligence, machine learning, and IoT. These are the 3 main domains which we deal with. Anything if you have any issues with AI, ML, or IoT, you guys can reach our club, and we will help you out in any possible way we can. So, what are the activities we are going to do? We will have various contests such as the coding contest, hackathons in which we can build solutions, various things, and sessions like the SparkX and Tech Connect. So this all will help you in enhancing. We will help you out with building projects and everything else. So that is it, guys. We'll soon begin our session. So people who were having doubt regarding how they got selected, are you clear now?
Yes.
Thanks for asking also. Like I also did not know how Gaurav has started this club, how he has introduced. Thanks for asking. Now my doubt also got cleared.
Yeah, this was a secret, guys. Nobody knew about this because you guys asked. I have made this presentation. It was the first time our team also got to know about this.
I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
used to call Gaurav sir. I was thinking that he was from industry. Like he's a industrial person from the Intel. I thought. Then later I came to know that he is also from my college.
You guys also means many first years you used to message me, sir. I am not able to do this. I was laughing like anything. How can I be sir? How can I be sir?
Yeah,
It was,
same here, same here. They're messaging me, this sir, I'm unable to join the meeting. Sir, please help me, sir.
I think these guys are thinking that the club is not based out in our college and it's from outside.
Yeah.
It was a very funny experience, guys. Guys, in just few minutes, we will be separating you guys for AI, IoT, and ML. Then the separate sessions would be conducted. After that, we will be meeting back in separate session where I will be demonstrating about Intel tools. Then we will have an interaction session. After that, we can conclude our session.
Bro,
Yeah, yeah.
why don't you say us the difference between AL, ML, and IoT?
Yes. Yes, and
Yeah.
they will
Actually, I'm
explain.
supposed to answer that.
I will do something
Ah,
else till that time.
yeah, fine. Actually, guys, artificial intelligence is nothing but the concept of creating intelligent machine that simulates like an human behavior. This is artificial intelligence, like robots and all. And machine learning is nothing but it's just a subset of AI that allows the model or allows the artificial intelligent models to learn how to process the rules, how to make decisions and all. That's about AI and ML. That's the main difference between AI and ML. And for IoT, I think Arun Deepak can address you better.
So guys, a basic definition of Internet of Things is very simple. Uh, let's say you're having multiple hardware devices, like you have a sensor, you have an actuator, or you have, say, something that collects data or it collects information from the environment which it is present in. So in order to collect the data, analyze the data, communicate, facilitate the communication between those devices is nothing but Internet of Things. You can have There's another subset which is known as Internet of Military Things, which is more attributed to designing of smart weapons and electronic and cyber warfare. But we'll just stick to Internet of Things, which is make enable communication between devices to transfer the data, to work on the data. That's a basic definition of IoT.
I see everyone AI and IoT. ML वाले कोई भी नहीं है लगता.
Guys, this was also one question. Why there are no for ML?
As ML is a subset of AI.
Bro, my voice is audible.
Yeah.
Yes, your voice is audible.
For a reason, if we leave the class for the club, will we get the attendance?
We won't be taking like this, man. We will have a separate discussion with the HODs only directly, and they will give the promotion permission to go.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
guys, you don't have to worry about the attendance, okay? If we are calling you for some particular event or some particular meet, then you will get the attendance.
Yes, I am planning to open all the rooms
Okay. Did you
You
got all
guys,
the responses?
no, I am planning that all the higher numbers I will send. Whoever name I will keep come back and start doing here again.
Yeah, fine. That's fine. That's fine.
So some of you guys will be shifted to other rooms.
And here in this room, the chat box is also enabled. So if anyone has something to say in the chat box or in the text message, in the form of text messages, you can do it in this. So are you guys all interested in coding? Which sections have the PPS subject for this semester? Like in 1-1.
CSCC.
Okay, CSE whole branch has a PPS subject for this semester. I think all of us have joined the session, AI section. So shall we start? Shall I go with the presentation?
Yes.
Yes.
I wait for a few minutes. Some are texting me. They want to join AI teams. Just wait for 5 minutes and then I'll start. Exactly at 3:10 I'll start. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, sister.
So before I start, do anyone of you know what AI is? What artificial intelligence is? Whatever you know, just say that. A bit loud.
Just we heard some definition from the senior, right? The same human machine, which you are trying to develop a logic like completely like human intelligence.
Yeah, that's good.
Which way we make mission to learn something by programming something. It's a basic definition I think of the artificial intelligence.
Okay, let's know the perfect definition.
Yeah.
Wait in few minutes, I will be telling. Okay, then the room seems to be full. I will be starting my presentation. Shall I?
Yes.
Waiting for it.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
ma'am.
No, I'm not your ma'am. I'm from second year CSM department. You can call me sister. You can call me Bhavna. But I'm not your ma'am. Is my screen visible?
No.
Can anyone reply? No.
No, Didi.
No.
Okay. Let's wait a minute. Now is my screen visible?
No, it's not
No,
visible.
Didi.
No. No.
No.
What?
Yeah, it is visible now. It's
Okay, thank you.
yes, it's visible, sister.
Done. Is it visible now? The presentation?
Yes.
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 Okay, without any delay, let me start. So AI, let us start with a saying. This was said by Elon Musk that AI is the fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization. So now let's get into the details. Why has been this said, and what is the actual definition of AI, applications of AI, trends, latest trends of AI. Let's all get into this. So the contents in my presentation are, I'll start with an introduction and I will be dealing with history of artificial intelligence. And it is important for us to know, after knowing all this introduction and history of artificial intelligence, like anything we learn should have a reason, right? Shouldn't
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We should
Yes.
also know why we are learning this artificial intelligence. And then I would go with limitations of human mind. What can't human mind do and what can AI do will be seeing. And then let's also know about the applications of artificial intelligence. So as every technology has some advantages and disadvantages, let's look into the advantages of and disadvantages of artificial intelligence too, and the future of AI. So actually, I can't decide the future of AI. It's all about the predictions from different web browsers. I have collected those, and let's discuss the future of AI also. And then finally, I should conclude this. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sister. Yes, sister.
Okay. So, what is artificial intelligence? So, let us discuss some interesting fact of artificial intelligence. It is said that according to a survey like called Tractica, it is said that the global artificial intelligence market is expected to reach a revenue of 118.6 billion by 2025. Why is this so? Why is this artificial intelligence such an fascinating technology, such an emerging technology? Let's discuss. So AI is such a fascinating domain. It has literally all its impact on the other domains too. Like whatever domain you take, machine learning or IoT or any software domain, like AI might be having its impact either in a large scale or in a small scale. So and with this, like every new things pop up across the globe now and then. So, as a learner, it is essential for all of us to learn. And as an enthusiast I would suggest we should also look into the emerging technologies and we should also look into the emerging trends of artificial intelligence. Oh, is it okay? And then the next slide. So, the definition of artificial intelligence. So, artificial intelligence is basically a theory which focuses on giving the machines the ability of human and the intelligence of human. Like normally, this would require things such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and translation between languages. So, a human artificial intelligence is all about making a machine understand the intelligence of the human and imitate the intelligence that is given to human by God. We are creating it artificially to the machine. So the name is known as artificial intelligence. Got it?
Yes,
Hello, am I
sister.
audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sister.
sister.
So introduction to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a branch of science, like it is a branch of computer science. It deals with giving the solution to complex problems more like a human, and also advanced like a human, where human can't do few things like object recognition or face recognition, but the intelligence provided to the machine by the human can do this kind of techniques or this kind of they can solve the problems. And generally the AI involves borrowing characteristics from human intelligence only, but they will be applying algorithms in a computer friendly way so that AI would be dealing the complex problems and give solution to the complex problem in a simple way, making the task get easier to us. So now let's get into the brief history of AI. It was 1941 when the first electronic computer was introduced, and that was the year when technology was finally available. And in 1956, finally the term artificial intelligence was introduced. It was like unknowingly in the 1956 this term was introduced, and 1960s the first application of artificial intelligence came into existence. That was a checkers game where uh, a person can play the chess game with the computer that is based on artificial intelligence. The computer or the machine was able to play this chess with the opposite person. And in 1980s, the quality control systems was introduced, and in 2000, finally the first sophisticated walking robot was introduced. So, as the same way the glasses broke, let's also break the fiction. Why is this AI so not fiction? Let's also break the fact. Why is this AI so powerful, so fascinating domain? Why is it essential for all of us to learn AI? Let's look into it. As we all discussed, the global market of AI would be reaching so many billions by the future, that is by 2025 or 2030. As it is a very fascinating domain, it has its impact on all other domains too. Like AI is now everywhere. When we look into today, when we look at understanding what artificial intelligence is all about, I can assure you that we have already used it somehow, knowingly or unknowingly, either in a small scale or in a large scale, we have used it. For example, let's consider Gmail. You think of Gmail. So, what made the classification of your emails such as spam emails or social or something emails regarding to the promotion emails into the inbox? So, in a small scale, we have used AI here. Like AI was able to differentiate what kind of emails were those, and these were categorized into different categories. So computers are fundamentally well suited to perform mechanical computations using fixed programmed rules. So this allows artificial machines to perform the task in a simple monotonous task efficiently and reliably, which humans are not suited to do, or humans cannot do this task. So the AI was introduced, and machines were able to do those tasks in a very simple way. Now let's look into limitations of human mind. What are the limitations of human mind? Why is this AI got introduced? So let's have a look into. I have three examples here. These are limitations of human mind, but whereas the artificial intelligence have solved it. So object recognition. Consider yourself being in a messy room where you have all objects around, and let's see, you have given time of 3 seconds or 4 seconds, and you should recognize an object, and you should memorize all those dimensions. You should have it in your memory. It's not possible for every human to have those objects dimensions, exact shape and exact shade, exact color of the objects. So this object recognition technique can exactly recognize the object, whereas people cannot properly explain how they recognize objects. This is one of the limitation. And coming to face recognition technique, I think you are all aware of using this face recognition technique, am I right? Like in your smartphone lock system.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we lock our when we lock our phones, and to unlock them, we will be using this face recognition technique in the Android system or in even in the iOS system. So, but this face recognition technique, when it is done by human, the exact facial features cannot be explained to other person by human. So, this is one more limitations of the human mind. And naming of colors. So human would be differentiating the naming of colors based on learning, not on absolute standards. Like human would be doing is this based on like orange, green, that's it. But the machines such as artificial machines which have their existence in artificial intelligence can exactly differentiate the color, exactly differentiate the shade of the color into the absolute standards. But whereas the human mind and human intelligence couldn't do this. So these are three limitations of human mind. We also have many more. So these were able to be solved. These were solved by artificial intelligence. So applications of artificial intelligence: expert systems, natural language processing, speech recognition, computer vision, and robotics. So these are few applications of AI, and also like smart vehicles, virtual assistant. AI is also available in the healthcare center, in the medical sector, and also smart driving vehicles, drones, robots is are all the applications of artificial intelligence. So now let's look into the trends of the latest trends of the artificial intelligence. So the first trend is tighter cloud and AI integration. So as we all know, cloud computing is really fascinating domain on its own. It has really huge data which handles tons and tons of data. So by bringing this artificial intelligence together with cloud computing is ensuring that we have better ways of how not to lose the data, and we monitor all this data movement, but also we manage the resources present in the cloud. This ensures at the end of the day costs go down and efficiently the uh, like at the end of the day cost go down and efficiency of this cloud computing technique grows up. And the second trend is reinforcement learning on the rise. So this is the next trend, reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is just literally everywhere as a concept. Either it is present in a stronghold, or it is present a foundation upon which all these applications work. So reinforcement learning is simply all about from learning, e-learning business strategies, and to the autonomously flying crafts. And the last trend I would discuss here is sentimental analysis. So sentimental analysis makes us ensure that artificial intelligence entity, and it also it also guides us how best we can understand the feedback or analysis of the users or of the customers, and makes us ensure that we understand the requirements of the user or customers in a better way. So let's look into the examples of this sentimental analysis. So what actually this sentimental analysis is? Okay. Now when we consider we have went to a movie. So what would be the possible feedback of the movie or the review of the movie? So different people have different feedback of the movie after watching it for 2.5 hours, right? Like we shall consider the first feedback given was the movie was great, and the second person gave the following feedback such as the movie was awesome, and third person might be saying that the movie was too dull or too boring. Okay, so now what sentimental analysis will do is see, this will be eliminating the words such as the articles like the, and then this past tense or present tense, all these tenses, this sentimental analysis, this technique doesn't uses. So it consider only the object and the response from the user given. So what is the object here is movie. How was the movie? The movie was great. This is a positive feedback, okay? And then it goes to the second feedback. It does the same way here. This is removed, and the was removed. Here the movie should be there. So what is the response here in the second statement? What was the feedback? The actual word which would be defining the feedback. What was the word? Are you there?
Awesome.
The movie was
Great.
Yeah. Awesome is the
Adjectives.
awesome is the word which was describing the feedback in the second statement, right?
yes.
So
Yes.
this word,
Yeah.
the second response, in the second response, this feedback is considered. This response is considered. And in the third statement,
Dull and boring.
Dull and boring.
so this is basically negative feedback, right?
Negative feedback, yes.
Yes. So the words are classified based on the responses. And then have you know about Python programming? I think no.
Yes.
Okay,
We know the
Python is
name.
basically a programming language and which is more important and which actually deals with the artificial intelligence concepts as it has advanced libraries in the Python. So we would be dealing with the Python language to deal with artificial intelligence. So what in when we like for humans it is difficult for to collect all the feedbacks and to generate the responses to analyze those responses like we would be classifying them as positive and negative, that's it. But whereas machines can classify them as they can also give the probability of the positive feedback or else the negative feedback. I'll show you it. So in this slide, so we have different libraries in Python. So we using those different libraries, these reviews were given like when we give this reviews, the first statement here is it is an amazing movie. Sorry. So it is an amazing movie. So the predicted statement was what? Positive, right? As it includes a word
Yes.
for as it includes a word called amazing, the statement was predicted as positive. Just a minute. I'll be coming back. I have some technical issue. I will be coming in 2 minutes. Just a minute.
Yeah, guys, are you understanding?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Is it interesting?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys, AI is everywhere.
True.
Bhavna, are you done?
Very fast now.
We'll do. 1 second.
కవర్లో పెట్టే చూద్దాం అయిపోయి ఇప్పుడైతే
Hello.
Bhavna, you can continue.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. I just had a technical issue. So the first prediction was it was an amazing movie. So how was the predicted sentiment? Was it positive or negative?
Positive. Positive.
Positive.
Positive.
Positive.
So okay. And this AI would also determine the probability of the positive sentiment. So the probability of the positive sentiment here was 0.61. This probability was the output given by the code. And what was the second statement? Can anyone say? Like the second review.
This is a dull movie. I would never recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, how was the predicted sentiment then? What was the sentiment?
It is negative.
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 Sentiment.
As it was a negative statement, and the probability was the 0.77 according to the code we gave. According to this statement, the probability was given as 0.77. This was a negative review. So considering all this review and also the probability of the reviews, probability of the sentiments, so AI would recommend a movie or give a rating to the movie. Like it would consider all those reviews either positive or negative, and finally it would be reviewing the movie. Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Summing up all this, the final review
Yes.
is taken. Yeah, okay. So now coming into the advantages of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, it is estimated that it would be increasing in the field of medicine, like virtual assistants. It would be helping doctors to claim the symptoms and diseases of the patients, and it can be used as a cross reference for the doctors for diagnostics. And object recognition also would be a great help to the doctors. So along with the images of X-ray machines, and this would be able to get the preliminary analysis of those images using artificial intelligence. So this would be, of course, possible only if the legal questions, like legal rights, were given to by the authorities to introduce this AI into the health sector. So the day is not so far, like imagining ourselves sitting in a room and where robots will doing all your things and making your life so comfortable. They are bringing you all the things you require. They would be watering your plants. They would be washing your utensils. They would be owning. They would be switching on the uh, fans, lights, and all. So this might be happen in the coming years, that is in the future, due to the robots and also different technologies that have emerged using AI. So yeah, but we are not tended to be so happy. Let's not be so happy. This can also end in the other way. Like now, like we have now you imagine the positive way, right? Imagine like this. So one day you are sleeping, and in the morning there was a knock to your door. So as if you open the door, you have seen large number of robots marching into a house, like destroying everything and looting everything. So as I've already said that AI is a self-replicating and self-modifying technologies. When the instructions are not given properly, it would cause us some dangerous results. So this is true for robots too, and also for AI, because now they will have powerful power to think in the same way as the human does. So they can also claim for the power in the society. So this anti-social elements would be doing this. So we should, as a developers, we should think thrice when we give the power of cognition to the robots or else machines. So finally, the most awaited part, conclusion. So in its short existence, AI has increased the understanding of nature of intelligence and provided its impressive array of application in wide range of areas. In the areas of health sector, in the area of robotics, in the area of in the area of business. Like we have also seen technologies that are emerging, such as smart driving vehicles, which would be which does not require the human, and it also sharpened the understanding of human reasoning and of the nature of intelligence in general. So at the same time, it also revealed the complexity of modeling the human reasoning and providing new areas and rich challenges for future. So thank you so much for paying attention and listening to my presentation. So now any kind of queries or feedback or suggestions are heartfully accepted from my end. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the presentation. It's a great presentation actually. We got a great value from your presentation.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you so much. So any other feedback from the presentation? Was it informative or else boring?
It was way more informative.
Thank you.
It's a very more informative, but ma'am, make sure of internet connection. We have lost that
Disadvantage.
disadvantages of AI
So you haven't
through
watched
the
the slide of the disadvantages of AI?
Yeah, we do not.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Can you
What
please?
else
yeah.
have you not got? Can you list out? I will be explaining them once more.
Just the
Disadvantages.
disadvantages part. Yeah.
That's it. Okay. Shall I explain it once more? The disadvantages part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
sure.
course.
Okay. Wait a minute. So here's the disadvantages part. Like AI is a self-modifying, and when it is combined with the other technology, it is also a self-replicating technology. It can modify on itself and it can also replicate on itself. So when it is used, it can when the proper instructions were not given, so it can lead to dangerous and unexpected results. Such one of those kind is computer virus, mutating computer virus. So as it is a self-modifying and self-replicating technology, we should make sure of ourselves as a developer that we are providing it proper instructions so that it would not cause any negative impacts in the future. Is it okay?
Okay.
Hello, sister.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I have a doubt.
Yeah, come on, ask.
Okay, you have said that in disadvantages, it can modify itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can it rewrite its own code and modify its, I mean, its abilities? I mean,
So, no, the code cannot be rewritten, but when the proper limitations for the code it is not given, so it can be it has the ability to expand in a
so
negative
as
way.
a developer, we should have to put some limitations, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Anyone else with queries or suggestions or feedback?
What are the basic
have a doubt.
programming languages we need to know?
Oh, one at a time, please. Any one of you speak.
What are the programming languages we should be perfect to know to learn AI?
Okay. To learn AI, you should concentrate more on Python. So Python will be dealing with more AI. So as Python is a simple language, it has vast number of libraries. So Python would be helpful as it has a vast number of libraries, and it would be easy to write a code in Python than any other languages. So Python would be helpful to develop AI.
Okay,
But
thanks.
if you want to start a coding career, so you must be perfect as you have already introduced to C language, right? So first you be perfect with C. When you are enough thorough with C, you can uh, you can go with Python, learning Python. Like Python, we have got introduced in second year in the 2-1 semester. Like the CSM branch had Python subject.
Hi, sister. I have a doubt that can you say me what is the difference between AI and robotics?
Okay. Uh, Robotics is also a narrow branch of AI. So robotics will deal with only the performance of robots, whereas AI is a very vast technologies. Include all the it would include all the domains such as the speech recognition technique or face recognition technique or this object recognition technique. Whereas robots would do the tasks which are to be performed by the human.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.
Sister, I have a doubt. I'm Rahit Yareti from KFM.
Okay, right.
Now, we have a big internet revolution called metaverse. It is based upon
Can you
virtual
repeat? I
reality.
couldn't get you.
So
No.
nowadays, we are going through a great internet revolution called metaverse.
Metaverse. I don't know. I don't
Metaverse.
have meta.
Metaverse. It's virtual
Metaverse.
reality.
Okay.
Do you have an idea about it?
No, I actually don't know about this. I'm listening to this first time, but I'll surely be addressing on this once I get into the idea of this.
Yeah, it was. It's because of it's from AI, but it's an
Okay.
alliance with blockchaining. I have a doubt to it, but you said it. You have no doubt, so I'll ask you
Okay,
later.
we'll ask it with some other like Yash is my senior. I think he might be knowing this. We'll be asking him.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, can I know something about projects of second year? How did you came across that? You have told that at the starting of the session.
Yeah, I have told you that I have done a project. So it's basically when you are perfect with any of the language, you can do the projects based on those language or based on those technologies. So you can reach the platform in different platforms in Google. So I have associated with IBM. So I think you all know IBM.
Yeah.
It's a company,
Yes.
International Business Management. It is based on artificial intelligence, chatbots. Have you know chatbots? Have you known about chatbots?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Yeah, chatbots is like uh, the best example would be Google Assistant, this and but
Oh, okay,
Microsoft
okay.
Assistant. Okay, so these are examples of chatbots. So the project was about
Yes.
creating chatbots. I'm working on it, and the project one I've completed is based on machine learning. It is about classification of flowers, like classifications of different flowers. It was based on machine learning. So if you want to go do some projects, first be thorough with the technology you want to do the project. So in which domain you want to do the project, be thorough with that technology.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
and you can then you can reach different platforms which are available on Google, such as IBM would be providing those projects, and like Internshala, you'll have a few internships and also projects and also trainings there, and many like Microsoft or Google or Amazon, you'll be having those projects. Our college would also recommend you few internships or projects. You can also go with those if you are interested.
Yeah, thank
But
you.
make sure you introduce yourself and be perfect. Like start yourself. You will be getting the perfect when you get the perfection in coding. You can do all this very easily. So don't ever neglect programming subjects. And also make sure that when you are learning a programming subject or a programming language, you should be able to understand the logic of the code that is given to you, and you should also try different ways to tackle the code with different logics. Have you guys got introduced to Hacker Rank or Hacker Earth, any of those kind?
Yeah.
Like
No.
if faculty
Yeah,
suggest.
hacker.
Yes.
Yeah, hacker rank.
Yeah, Hacker Rank. So how many of you are doing this Hacker Rank problems?
We are not yet introduced.
Okay, Hacker Rank is a website, so you can reach out there and you will be having plenty of problem statements. If you're enough good at coding, you will be able to solve those problems. I've completed the C course from I've learned the C programming language from the Hacker Rank, and recently I've also completed the skill of Java programming, and we will be also having the certifications from this. When you complete those, you can write the test and you will be certified if you score 70% above. How are the problem statements in hackering? Were those same as your subject academics, or were those different? Hello.
Similar actually.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
How are the problem statements in HackerRank? Like, so few of them said that you have seen HackerRank. So you have not seen any problem statements there?
Some of them are similar with our programming given on our course material.
Yeah. Like when you go advanced, most of them would be like they are based on real life problems, and those would be actually tricky. The logic would be same, but though will be having some test cases, you need to pass those test cases and then the compilation would be successful. Those test cases would be actually a few tricky.
Bhavna, in few minutes, I will pull you back to the main meeting.
Yeah, okay. Are all those ML and IoT done?
Yes, everybody is done.
If these people have doubts, I will continue, or else we'll move into the main meeting.
Okay.
Any doubts or any feedback or any suggestions? You people seem to have so many doubts.
Hello, Bhavana, you conducted in future classes?
What?
You conduct this class also future?
Yeah, we will be conducting these classes in future. Like as Gaurav said, we will be conducting hackathons. Hackathons are kind of coding contests we'll be giving some problem statement and you will be solving those. And also if you extend your support like this, we will be also conducting few different sessions based on artificial intelligence or machine learning and IoT. Like this is all basics, right? We'll be in the next sessions, we might be explaining you different technologies based on this artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Sir, are we going to have any lectures kind of things other than hackathons?
Lectures, did you feel this as a lecture or as a interaction?
Not this, but like to teach something new that we don't know.
Yeah, we'll be having. We will be also conducting sessions based on artificial intelligence or machine learning or IoT. Based on these three domains, we'll be conducting sessions and we'll be teaching things. Not like a lecture, but this would be as an interaction. So this lectures and all are of faculty things. I don't do this. I would love
You
to
are
have
my
it.
friend also.
Thank you. So I personally think the best way of learning is through sharing.
Thank you.
Hello, bro.
Okay, we have Niharika. Fine. Hi, Niharika. Hi, Rajesh.
Hi, bro.
Hello, sir.
Arey, no, sir, Baba. I'm your third year student, just your senior. Yeah, guys, you wanna address yourself? Like, tell me about yourself. Something. We'll just make this session a little interactive, okay?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Pritham has already told us. And anyone else? Rajesh, Niharika. Hello, guys, I'm audible. Don't feel shy.
Yes, bro.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, don't feel shy, okay? ये कोई class नहीं है. Yes, Rajesh, you're from which section?
I'm from ECBC.
KCB.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you like coding? Yeah, tell. No worries, no worries. Kaveri. Yes, hello, Kaveri.
Hello, bro.
Yeah, which section you are?
CSDC.
Okay, CHDC.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll just share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. How many of you know about machine learning? Yes, come on, be interactive, okay? We'll finish it off soon. Yes, hello. Niharika, Kaveri, Pritam. Just be interactive, okay?
Okay, bro.
Yeah, we have Gaurav.
Yeah.
Are there still members to join?
No. This much only are there.
Okay, fine. I'll just start then, okay?
No issues. You can start.
Yeah. Yeah, is my skin visible, guys?
Yes, bro.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. How many of you know about ML? Okay, fine.
It's
Yeah.
same as you said, bro. Making machine to learn uh, how we make things.
Okay.
Giving some
Yeah.
commands to machines.
Okay, fine. It's like you're so clear, but it's not particular. I'll just say. If you guys think that machine learning is some magic, so no, it's not a magic. I'll just wait a second. I'll just present it. Okay, is it visible now?
Yes, bro.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. If you guys think that machine learning is a magic, so no, machine learning is not a magic. It's just like it uses mathematics to automate a process of making rules, of making decisions in our real life. Okay, this might be some confusing. I'll just give an example. You guys have noticed that in Instagram or on any social media platform, you're watching a video or you're watching some photos. Then the next video or next photo that will be popped up, it will be very similar to the previous one, right? So that is
Yes, bro.
somewhat related to machine learning. It's like if we take an example, if I am the pet owner. And if I search for any pet food on Google, then the machine is like it assumes that I am the pet owner and I have a dog which I feed food for. Okay, this is like ML. It learns on itself. Like, do you ever had a question like with billions of users on this internet today? How this machine knows that a particular I am the owner, then particular this person is the owner of the pet and all. So this is what the machine is. If we see on the other side, humans are nothing but humans can do some rational thinking. Rational thinking in the sense a human can address you about how how you can enhance your skills and upskill your career in future. But a machine can't address you that. It's just a piece of hardware. But this piece of hardware is very useful in our life in future references. Like if you write a program, like for taking a small example, if you write a program that you want to print tables from 1 to 10. Okay, so this machine, this piece of hardware will give you that in 1 second, but a human can't do that. Okay, if we take another example, human can't work for 24 hours in a day. It can't work for 24 hours, but a machine can do. If you program a machine to do some kind of stuff, so like some programming, some task we assign to that, then it will do it on itself. So this is what the machine learning. You can make machine to work as per your wish. Okay, is it clear, guys?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, and this is what about basic definition. Uh, uh, this everyone know this guy, Arthur Samuel. This is the first person who termed machine learning. According to him, he told that in 1960s, he told that a machine has the capability to imitate intelligent human behavior. According to Arthur Samuel was a pioneer in the artificial intelligence field at the time of 1960s. So there he got to know that the machine has a capability to imitate intelligent human behavior. So this was termed by Arthur Samuel for the first time. And if we go deep in machine learning, we have various applications by machine learning, and we have various types. We'll see it later. And applications in the sense we have like did you guys notice that we have some online specs shop. So at that we have a 3D trial of a face lens cut. We
Yes,
have
bro.
3D
Lens cut.
trial on lens cut so that you can set your face and that specs whatever you wanna shop that will perfectly fit out on our face based on our face size and shape. All. So that is what you can say the application of machine learning. And another example, if you see nowadays, you guys use Instagram, Snapchat. You know Snapchat. We have a lot of Snapchat filters. That's also machine learning. And if we see about tools and what can we do about from machine learning, so it's nothing but we can do various things like we can do image processing is nothing but for in a video if you want a machine to tell that in this particular video or in this particular photo, the guy that is going is a man, is a male, not female. So that's what image processing comes in the picture. And it will be if you can also do handwriting recognition. Like if you provide two handwritings, then the machine can tell which handwriting is whose. Okay, this can be done with machine learning. Speech recognition, face recognition, this face recognition we have in a in a mobile phones. Nowadays you're using face recognition. It's a application of ML. And there's a little process of machine learning, like how could we do, how the machine works internally. Okay, so this is a real world problem that a machine that we give to machine. Okay, then the machine have some sensors and some cameras. For example, if we take a lens cut application, then we just initially we initially we by the camera we sent a lot of billions of images to the program and tell that these are the various faces and shapes the people have. Okay, so by this it will then process, it will then use some mathematics on that, and it will set some sizes, it will set some constraints, and based on that constraints it will different the data. It will differentiate the data in such a kind that it could make a perfect decision on a particular shape or face. Then the model learns by itself, it differentiates, and then it takes a various examples. It fits a lot of specs on that cases if we take this example, and then at last this whole process is again revalidated so that it doesn't get any error, and the output we get is very efficient and accurate. So after this process, then it gives the analysis result. Then it gives us a perfect result that this spec should be perfect for this size of shape or this face. Okay. So as Pritham was has a doubt, like do we use only Python for machine learning? No, there are various tools, there are various programming languages for used to train a model using machine learning. We have just Python, we have also Scala. Scala is very good language, and Julia, we have Julia, and we have R language. It's a very popular language. Nowadays, we are using Python and R in our daily life. Like nowadays, it is the most popular to train models in machine learning, R and Python. So next, if we see, these are the various algorithms used in machine learning to train any model. Do you have any idea about the algorithms? Anyone? Yes, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, go audible.
Yeah, do you guys have
Sequence,
any
sequence,
idea
steps.
about the algorithms?
Yeah.
Sequence of steps.
Yeah, the algorithms is nothing but the sequence of programming. Okay. So in machine learning also we have various algorithms to train model in a particular way. Okay, we have the most popular algorithms you see is k-means. K-means algorithm is the most popular, and we have also SVM, support vector machine. These two algorithms, and there are many more. There are many more like logistic regression and all. These are the popular algorithms used to train a model in machine learning. These algorithms also have some advantages, also some disadvantages. Um, and if I give you an example of machine learning based on a genetic algorithm, then we see that we can take an example of email. We can train a model that to recognize whether an email is spam or ham. You guys know ham. Ham is nothing but an email which is not spam. Okay, so we train the model in such a way that we give a lot of emails to model and tell that this particular emails are spam, and we also give a model the ham emails, and then the machine itself learns that this particular email is spam and this is particular email is ham. So by this we can train the model and we can test it against various emails so that it learns it, and it could give us the result that this particular is ham or spam. So this could be a better example of this algorithm, this genetic algorithm. Next, if we see, okay, now we have the conclusion. Before conclusion, I want to tell you that machine learning has three types. It's like to train a model, we have three types of learnings of machines. Like it's termed as supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. In supervised learning, it's nothing but we give a data. It's like genetic algorithm we use in the supervised learning. The supervised learning algorithm is nothing but we give a lot of data to a computer or machine you want to train, and that data will be labeled in particular way. And if that data is labeled, and we provide millions of information, millions of such data which is labeled, and tell that machine that this is what this is what this data is like. If I say in a simple words, we provide it input, we also provide the output from that input. Okay, if we write a simple program in C or all, we'll get an input and we write a program to generate an output. It's not like that. We give input also, we also give output, and we tell that this input provides this particular output. So by providing a lot of data like that, the machine could learn on itself. This is what called supervised learning. And the next is unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, we see that we don't have labeled data. Like in supervised learning, we circulate a data which is labeled, but in unsupervised learning, we don't have the data labeled. It's like in this unsupervised algorithms uses less human intervention. Like human intervention, nothing but human contact with the machine. It uses less human contact. We just give input and ask the computer to separate the data and give me the desired output. And from that, the machine could learn on itself, and it automatically identifies the structures in the data and it provides us the output, the insights from the output. So this could be unsupervised learning. And if we come to reinforcement learning, as the name suggests, reinforcement means forcing someone. Reinforcement means forcing. So in reinforcement learning is nothing but, in simple words, we can say we provide the model an environment and an agent on in that environment that does a particular actions on that environment. Like I'm moving my hair, or I'm just touching the book, I'm picking up the pen. So I'm the agent and my surroundings are the environment. So by doing this, the machine could learn. And like the agent, like I'm the agent, so I tend to repeat these actions. So I'm picking up the pen repeatedly, and these actions will provide the machine that are they rewarded or are they punished. Okay, we have to see both the sides. So if the if the task is rewarded, then the machine could learn that yes, this is the right way to do the thing. And if the action is punished for that particular agent, then it will say that yes, this is the thing we should not do in the particular environment. Okay, you can tell this as trial and error. You just tell the agent, the agent tend to repeat these actions, and then the machine could learn basis on that. So these are the three types. Basically, these are the main three types in machine learning by which we can train the model. Okay, and yeah, that's what. If we come to uses, uh, by the definition I have told, anyone can tell me the uses nowadays, uses of machine learning? Yes, anyone? Preetham, Rajesh? Yeah, guys, you there?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, can you tell me the uses? Normal uses, right? Machine learning uses. Like I have gave you the example of email. Okay, I'll tell you. Don't worry. The another use I can tell is a traffic prediction. A machine learning can do a traffic prediction. It can see whether a particular area in the city has a heavy traffic or light traffic, so that it can give the particular accurate sorry, it can give the accurate result to the owner or to the user who wants to see the traffic in a particular area. So this could be a use of machine learning. And many people, I have conducted sessions on machine learning, so many people told that can machine learning do time travel? So no, machine learning can't do time travel, and on a perfect side, we can also say that machine learning can't fight with humans. It also can't fight with humans. It just takes instructions from the human and just thinks about the instructions and works on it and gives the human a particular desired outcome. So this is what machine learning is, guys. Do you have any doubts? Yes, guys. Do you have any doubts?
No, bro.
Any doubts? Any doubt? You can ask. Feel
No,
free to
bro.
ask. Yeah, so do you guys understand what machine learning is? What is the basics of machine learning? How does the machine learning work? How does the model is being trained? Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
bro.
bro.
Yeah, cool. In machine learning also there are various advantages and disadvantages. If we go to advantages, then you can see that by the learning process, it could be very fast, accurate, and it could be very efficient. Like the output provided by the machine could be very efficient and accurate, provided on the data which we give to the machine. And if this is happening, then we can also use it by for the automation of tools. Like if you write a program, if you provide some data, some Instagram data, suppose for example, if you provide some Instagram data to model and tell that you should open this app, you should search for a particular person and then like on it, like on the first post given by recent post given by that user. So this could be done, this automation could be done by the machine, so that the machine automatically opens the app, searches for the person, and just likes the recent photo. This is just a simple example about automation. I think you guys have an idea about automation, right?
Yes, bro.
Yeah. So that's what an automation could be. And using machine learning, we can also handle a multi-dimensional data. Like if you wanna train a model to do some particular task which can't be done by human, so a machine can do that. So this would be a machine learning advantages. If we come to disadvantages in machine learning, there's a huge disadvantage. So it is very difficult to identify the errors, as it is a very complex task to train any model. Then it becomes very difficult to identify where we got an error, so that we are not getting the desired output. And this could be a major disadvantage of machine learning. Yeah, and that's what the thing I want to tell, that I wanted to tell the basic difference between AI and ML, but I think you got that answer in the main meeting. So yes, that's nothing but AI is nothing but, guys, it's of creating intelligence. It's like mimicking the intelligence, human intelligence, like a robot doing human things. A robot can work like a human. It has two hands. It could have two hands, and it does works. It picks the things and all. That is AI. And machine learning is nothing but it's a subset of AI. Now, many of you I have seen that yeah, as ML is subset of AI. So if you learn AI, then we will get to know ML. No, it's not like that. AI is a separate field, and ML is a separate field, totally separate field. ML, you could be, it's just a subset. We can say that is a subset that allows that particular machine to learn what to do. Like picking up the pen, it doesn't comes in AI. It comes under machine learning. So that is a major difference. I think you guys get the main difference about ML and AI. Okay, so this could be the difference. Yes, that's all, guys. Thank you very much for attending. If you guys have any doubt, then you can ask. You are free to ask. Guys, hello, am I audible?
Yes, bro.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So do you guys have any doubts, or do you want to know something more about ML, or any future events you want to do? You can ask. You can ask anything. Come on. Okay, just tell me, how did I present it here? Come on, something you talk. Don't feel shy. Yes, hello, Pritam. Hello. Okay, you guys are very
Bro,
shy, Ray.
Yes, bro.
Bro,
Yes,
yeah,
bro.
you have
Yeah,
presented well.
just talk, Ray. Just talk. It's not like a class. I'm addressing you something about machine learning. It's like a talk. We'll just talk. Okay, like friends.
Bro, I didn't get the third type of machine learning.
Third type, yeah. Yeah, that's the reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is nothing but in simple words, if I say, we force the machine to learn something. Like if I am the machine learner, I'm the machine learning analyst, and Rajesh, you are the machine. So I am forcing you to learn a particular language or particular thing, so that you learn that and it's mandatory for you. So that's what reinforcement learning comes. We force the model to learn this particular type, learn this particular data, to learn this particular thing, that this should be done, and that is mandatory. So that's where reinforcement learning comes. Yeah, did you got some idea, Rajesh?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, any other thing, guys?
bro, this machine learning have any coding?
Ah, yes, obviously, na. Machine learning, you see, machine learning without coding, nothing is in this, technology nowadays. I think Kaveri doesn't like coding, yeah?
No, bro, I learn.
Okay. Okay, it involves the coding. You'll just get through it. You'll just get through it. It's very easy. Python is, using Python to being learned by a model is very easy for machine and for human both. It's very
Oh,
easy to learn.
thank you, bro.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, guys, any more doubts?
Bro, do you had done any projects on machine learning?
Yeah, of course. I have done a blood cancer project to see whether a patient has a blood cancer or not. That's what I have done. I have done this in my second year itself. Yeah. Actually, I can't show you that project because I don't have that permission. So, yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you in future. Don't worry. We'll see a lot of things. I've done like elaborating my project. I can tell is I have done a project on blood cancer detection. Like I provide a machine a lot of data, a lot of human data, and lot of human vitals. Human vitals are nothing but it's his BP. It's all internal things. What a human has in a normal state, and what human has in a blood cancer state. So I provided both the data to the machine and made the machine to learn that this is particular. If this is are the vitals, then the human is normal, and if these are the vitals, and then the human is he has a blood cancer, or he might have a blood cancer in future. So I have done a project on this basis, and I have got 95% accuracy from this project, and that's a huge. Okay, doing a machine learning project, I'll tell you guys. Doing a machine learning project, if you guys get an accuracy of more than 70 or 75%, then it's accurate enough to make it in a market. Okay, more than 70%, if your model is able to give the output regarding your future or present, then it's enough. It's more than enough. So my machine gave 95% knowledge. It's better to give about 90. So you try to make like in future, if you make any projects for any event, then we'll make a project in such a way that it gives us 90, above 90% output. I'll tell you more about that. Just don't worry. Yeah, did you got it?
Yes, bro.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, anything more, guys? Anything more you want to know? Yes, hello. Anything more? Come on, talk.
So all these Alexa things and all are related to machine learning.
Sorry. Can you repeat, Pritam?
like Alexa and all those things
Yeah,
are
yeah,
related to machine
Alexa.
learning.
Yes, yes, yes. Alexa could come in machine learning. Alexa is nothing but it's a combination of AI and ML. It comes under machine learning. Yeah. Nice example. Nice. Yeah. Anything more, guys? We have a lot of time here.
Bro,
Yeah.
bro, what make you interest on machine learning?
Okay. If you come to my side, then like from childhood itself, I was like, tend to learn about how these laptops work, like how these phones work on their own. Like if we tell them something, how they are doing, how this Windows pops up by clicking it. Like, do you got any, did you got sometime doubt like we are pressing any keys on the keyboard? I have personally got this doubt and I have clarified it. Like, there's a keyboard, okay? There's a monitor and there's a keyboard, like you're pressing some buttons and that particular button is being displayed on the screen. I have got this doubt and I am very passionate about learning how the machines work. So I just got into it and just started learning, done projects, and now I'm like intermediate level of machine learning. That's the thing. Yeah, did you got it, Niharika?
Yes, bro.
Yeah. You guys also have interest in machine learning, or you have just joined for namesake?
No, bro, we are interested in machine learning.
No,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
I'm not so interested in.
yeah. Fine, fine. So this is what about machine learning, its algorithms, its applications, and all. Yeah, I think Gaurav is joining. Yes,
Yes,
Gaurav.
it's completed.
Yeah, yeah. Just now completed. I was just asking about the doubts and things about them.
Mm.
Yeah. Are other people complete?
Everyone is done. In 5 minutes, I will pull everyone to the main meeting.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
You can
Yeah,
discuss the.
yeah. Yes, guys. Still anything you wanted to know about machine learning, you can ask it. Yes, guys. Anything you want to know about machine learning? Yeah, that's it, huh? No one wants to know anything? Okay, fine. Okay, I have a message. What about my domain? Yes. Gaurav, you there? Gaurav left the meeting. Okay, sorry, Vimpa. I just forgot to ask that, Gaurav. Uh, just wait a second. I asked to Gaurav. Gaurav told I'll just see through it. Just you can DM me your mobile number, your WhatsApp number. You can just text me on your WhatsApp number, and I'll go through. Just don't provide your number here. You give your number in my WhatsApp. You just say hi. My name is Yashraj. Okay, fine. Yeah, guys, anything more? These people are not talking. I only see Preetham and Niharika talk. Kaveri also somewhat she's talking. Prarsha is not talking. Come on. Yes, you guys are there or like phone रख के चले गए?
No, bro.
हाँ.
There. Bro,
We are
till
there,
so
bro.
you'll help us. I mean,
Yes.
in
Yeah.
machine.
कुछ भी like if you know Hindi you can talk in Hindi, if you know Telugu you can talk in Telugu. There's nothing like that. Okay, feel free.
ఓకే.
Yeah. What were you telling?
అంటే థర్డ్ ఇయర్ వరకు మీరు హెల్ప్ చేస్తారా ఇట్లా మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్ సపరేట్ సెషన్స్ అప్పటి వరకు ఉంటాయా?
It's not like that. It's not like that. Like, will be this club is for all time. Like, this club has initialized in college. For its starting is 2021. Like Gaurav said, you have saw the timeline. So this club started this year itself. So after this year, this club will be permanently in our college. So if you know, now I am addressing you. So in your third years, I'll address you in such a way that I'll make you people to address your juniors. Okay, then your juniors will address their juniors. So this is what the process of a club. Okay, you got that?
ఎస్ బ్రో.
Yeah. So you have registered for ML. So we'll provide you a lot of information about ML and tell you what ML is. We'll be doing a lot of projects. We'll be doing a lot of events for you guys, so that you guys get a particular perfect grip about it. Okay, then you among you guys, the main head will be selected, like who among you guys who is the perfect in ML. Like, they will be selected and they will be selected for addressing their juniors. So this is what the process. Like, you got it?
యా ఓకే బ్రో, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Yeah. By the meantime, if you guys have any doubts about ML and all, you can ask. You can ask anytime, 24/7. You can just WhatsApp me, and you can just learn about ML. ML is such a vast portion. You can learn a lot of things, and it will be like interesting also to learn. It's a kind of subject. Yes, anything else? Kuch aur? You guys are very boring. Second years are very active. They are very active. They asked me a lot of doubts. Come on, anything else? Okay, let us do one thing. I'll just know about yourself, okay? Because I don't know. I am seeing these names first time. So yes, can you please tell me your name and your section and what are your interests and all? Come on, feel free, please. Okay, this meeting is being closed. Okay, we'll talk in the main meeting. Right.
ఓకే బ్రో.
I am leaving. You continue with this. I will send more people.
Yeah, sure. Okay, then. Guys, is my screen is visible? The sharing screen share.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we'll be starting this session. So this session is about introduction to Internet of Things. I'm not going to talk about the story of Internet of Things, like what will not go very deep, not understand it every aspect of it, but we'll be studying what is IoT and all. So a brief introduction about myself. My name is A. Arun Deepak, or Atma Arun Deepak. I'm the head of Internet of Things division at Intel CMRTC. So along with it, I have a responsibility as an intern at F13 Technologies. I work on cloud computing, basically on AWS cloud. So apart from that, I hold a couple of industry level certifications such as the AWS Cloud Practitioner. I hold a IBM Blockchain Foundation as well as a developer certification. And overall, I have 2 years of experience on cloud technologies, which I earned through internships. So if anyone apart from the IoT club, I'm actually really set out to help you guys in case you're interested into learning AWS or blockchain. You can just reach out to me. You can find my number in the SparkX group. So with that, we'll start the session. So the agenda of this session is we'll start with what is introduction to IoT. Why are we going to study IoT? What is the history of Internet of Things? What does a basic IoT architecture will look like? And we'll study a little bit about Arduino and what is Raspberry Pi. What are these two computers that are made so much of chaos in the market. We look at the common IoT devices and applications from my domain as well as in the common general domain. And finally, we look at the corporate IoT part of it, that is, which companies and which organizations are working on IoT. Okay, so Internet of Things is a rapid advancing technology that is revolutionizing the way devices can be empowered. So it's a system where computing devices are interrelated to each other. It can be a control system, that is, you can have an electrical control system, you can have a mechanical control system. They communicate with each other through a network. So these devices that you can see, you have a controller, you can have a sensor, you can have a pressure sensor, whatever it may be. So these devices can be termed as things. Why IoT? Now you might be wondering that if we are having sensors and all the stuff like that, why we need to start worrying about make sure that the devices are available on the internet. So it's a simple one. So in the current world, we have at least 2.5 quintillion bytes of data that is being generated each day. It's like huge amount of data. And the primary source of the data is from devices and sensors. You can have the SCADA systems, which is the supervisory control and data acquisition systems. You can have your data is collected from power stations, power grids. It's collected from oil platforms, mining sites. You can have wherever wherever there's huge scope of all the electrical and mechanical things acting together. You have a sensor, and there you have a potential to collect huge amounts of data. You can also collect data from a nuclear power plant and various other sources. So, with the advent of cloud-based computing or cloud computing, it also gave rise to connected devices or smart devices, which we call as IoT. So, through this Internet of Things, we are actually having the capability of actually making sure that the data this directly connected sensors is directly into the cloud at your workplace, ready to do whatever you want with the data. So, this is the basic history of Internet of Things. It all started around 1830s, where this IoT hype was started with the invention of the telegraph, and then the first M2M application or the machine-to-machine application was in the around second half of the 19th century, just before the World Wars era has started. In the 1920s, approximately around the First World War, you have Nikola Tesla, one of the very famous scientists who predicted the smart devices as well. Then you have in 1990, that is John Romke, a famous scientist of United States of origin. He actually is a big fan of toast sandwich. So at that moment of time, he was outside of his comfort of his home, and he decided that by the time I reach home, I must be having my favorite food in front of me, whether without exhausting my one pint of an energy to uh, put effort to make the food make my food, to cook my food. So what he did was he connected the toast maker and all those vegetables through an internet, that is to a particular network, wherein he used to have a small handheld cellular phone. So he programmed his device in such a way that by pressing a couple of keys, the toast maker would start working, and it would start cooking the vegetables or whatever it is. So 9 years later, uh, that is the start of this century, in 1999, Kevin Ashton, another famous researcher focusing on the web star and graph theory of websites, proposed the World Wide Web. The current World Wide Web that we see in any of the websites domain, that is www, was given by Kevin Ashton. Furthermore, if you go again, I have 2008, you have the prediction by Gartner. Gartner Incorporation predicted that the number of IoT devices will exceed world population, which is true actually, because if I estimate the world population to be around um, 2.5 billion, we are having at least 4.5 billion. That is twice the amount of for twice the world population, because each person will be having an average of 10 to 12 IoT devices at his home. to his personal self. And if you consider his own personal space, the devices, the cars that he drives, the bikes that he has, the travel, the smart city concept, the place that he works in, put all these things together, the number exceedingly grows. 2 years later, a couple of years later, in 2020, so-called the start of the pandemic, we have the estimation of number of devices. That is, we are currently on 30.3 billion and still counting. So this explains the popularity of the theme of IoT, right? You can actually power multiple devices. It may be a sensor, it might be a weapon, as I said earlier. You can have a subset of Internet of Military Things, one which I'm currently working on as a project. You can have a smart weapon. You can sit in the comfort of your home, and just as you show in the movies, you can just press a button and the whole weapon starts to operate, make things happen. So moving on, this is the basic IoT architecture and components. So we have the 4-stage IoT architecture. And by the way, guys, this is your first year, so I'm not going very deep. So if you guys are having any sort of doubts, you're free to stop me in the middle, and you can share your doubts. Do you guys have any doubts till now? Am I audible, or should I slow down a little bit? You guys, could you please respond?
Yeah, bro, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. So the basic architecture and components are like, you have 4 layers. That is the sensing layer, you have network layer, you have data processing layer, and the application layer. So from right from the sensing layer is the layer where you'll perform all the data gathering part. That means you'll be gathering the data from the environment and you'll be sending it to the next layer. So in the next layer, you have the network layer, where you have all the networks topologies and the data acquisition system, where the data is prepared for transmission. Coming to the next layer, that is the data processing layer. This is the layer where you actually process the information. You take care of the information management system. You try to make sure the information is true to itself, and a couple of other things. And the application layer, you connect the application, you connect the device, you make a smart mobile app out of it, and make sure that you use the data. So that's the basic IoT architecture and components. This is the components. You can have in first stage, you can have sensors or actuator, which can be either wired or wireless. So wireless, you can have a camera, you can have a pressure sensor, or you can have a thermal sensor, IR sensor, and a couple of other things. Stage 2, DAS. You can call it as internet gateways and data acquisition systems. So you can have a storage or a database where you can actually collect the data and store it in, measure the data, you control the stage 1 devices. So crossing stage 2, we have the edge, where you separate the hardware component from the software component. In the edge IT, you have all the analytics and the pre-processing systems that are available. And coming to stage 4, you have the data center on the cloud. That is, it officially becomes a completely software component as you go to the stage 4, and you will be working with a little bit of the software aspects of IoT. That is how to manage the devices, how to control the devices to make sure that it work, and all the stuff like that. So these are we'll study a little bit about the Internet of Things devices. So in today's market, we have so many IoT computers. We have Arduino, you have Raspberry Pi, you have Tinkerboard, you have Clockwork Pi, you have Pocket Beagle, and many more other things. Explaining everything in detail it takes much of my time. But the most famous ones are Arduino and Raspberry Pi. So let's see the difference. So I'm not going to go very detailed, so just don't get scared about it. So the first one in Arduino and Raspberry Pi, Arduino is a basic example of a microcontroller. So actually controls, it's a small controller, it's a micro level controller which will control the system, whereas Raspberry Pi is a microprocessor. So you can actually make a difference. So Raspberry Pi is a computer. It's a single board computer, whereas an Arduino is basically an electrical 8-bit architecture, which uses very little RAM with 16 megahertz of processing speed, clock speed, and it's completely relatively cheaper. I have higher IO drive strength and all. It's Arduino is highly efficient for small scale projects. So since you guys are in the first year, as you come to third year, or let's say you're just ending your third year, you'll be tasked with creating 2 or 3 minor projects based on your interested domain. So if you're interested in IoT, I suggest that you take Arduino because of its less cost. It is very easy to use, and the programming for Arduino board takes literally less time, and you can easily learn the technology much better. But if you're talking about Raspberry Pi, it's almost like you're building a computer right from the scratch. You bring the processor, you bring the motherboard, you bring the software architecture, you bring the organization part of it, you bring all the buses and all this stuff, which I'm not going to talk about, and you it's almost like creating a computer. As I said, it's a microprocessor. It's a 64-bit architecture. It requires more RAM. It's more expensive. So comparatively, you will be preferring the Arduino for your mini and minor projects. So those are applications and devices of IoT. Just to brush it, explain it very briefly. For transport and logistics, I guess everyone is using Amazon e-commerce these days, right? You have Amazon, you have Flipkart, you have Snapdeal, you have Alibaba Cloud as well. So the moment you actually place an order, you might be wondering how they are able to track the my item. Let's say I've ordered a laptop for myself, and let's say how with my mobile phone, with my mobile app, how in the world am I able to access the information of the track? It's because they use IoT. They place IoT sensors to a particular vehicle, and they actually track the vehicle based on where it is going, where it has stopped, and from in which vehicle is my shipment coming. For utilities, you can have smart metering systems, smart grid management, waste management. For industries, for environment, you have food monitoring, environmental monitoring. So you can create a small project. If you're highly interested about IoT, you can create a small project stating that, yeah, this is my interested domain, and like create an environment IoT project. You can create a sensor which can take in data from which can collect various data from the environment. You can have what you can have data of the humidity, what is the weather like, what's the temperature outside, what is the amount of rainfall that you have to have that day. For agriculture, you can do a lot of things. Agriculture is actually the backbone of our country, Bharat. And you can actually empower the agriculture sector with your IoT devices. You'll say you can create a small device to create a small IoT system to actually manage the fields, manage the plants, and a couple of other things. You can actually manage what is the crop that you're taking care of, what kind of how much water it is, how much it is irrigated, what kind of fertilizer that you're using, any presence of foreign or fecal matters, and etc. So if you're talking about cloud-based IoT, there's nothing much better than an example involving AWS. That's my domain. So so in AWS IoT, you have various things. You have AWS IoT Analytics, you have IoT Core, you have free real-time operating systems, site-wise to actually manage the devices. Greengrass, it's actually a development environment. Things Graph for the data analysis, Device Defender for the security, and Events for the batch processing. So you don't get agitated, or don't feel don't feel scared or misinterpreted by all these things. As just in first year, man, you can just take time, read instead of whiling away your time in various other pursuits. You can actually take some time if you're interested. read about IoT on various platforms. You can start with Intel. If you're interested in cloud-based IoT, you can start with Intel as well as in AWS, and through which you can actually study about it. Let's wrap up this session with the corporate IoT. We have IBM we have these 5 companies: IBM, Google, Intel, Microsoft, and Cisco, which are doing absolutely outstanding in terms of Internet of Things and Internet of Military Things, especially. If you look at Google and United States Army is working on a project called as the IOMT, which is you can actually operate a particular weapon. You can rig the weapon remotely and manage it using Internet of Things. Uh, if you look at ranking of how IoT companies are there, at the very first place you have the club itself, the Intel, which is primarily on semiconductor, but it's advancing of 72% into Internet of Things. For software, you have Microsoft. For designing the hardware and other stuff, you have Cisco. For other several reasons, you have Google, IBM, Samsung, Apple, SAP, and a couple of other things as it goes on. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for attending the Internet of Things Foundation session. So guys, if you're having any doubts, I'm more than happy to answer them. You can start asking your doubts right now. I have one question for you guys. Is anyone interested in doing any sort of internship? Like I'm working as an internship as of now. Okay, guys, if you're comfortable, you can just type in the chat box. Yeah, that's okay. So in this session, I'll be posting my LinkedIn account. You can connect me over there, and you can ask me. Just give me a second. Since you guys are in the first year, I request you to create a LinkedIn account. Start connecting with a few people over the LinkedIn. Professionals from any level. You can have your seniors like me. They can connect to you. They can connect, or you can have people from industry as well. This is my LinkedIn account. Ignori/a. I have some number. So you can just click on the account. If you're having a LinkedIn, you can connect with me, and you're free to contact me. Nanda Verma CSDC. I guess you are on mute. You're trying to speak something.
Bro, how this will help us?
This session, right? Okay. To be specific, it actually you have to ask yourself that question, because many people have registered for IoT. Those who are interested in IoT, they can approach me. We can do some projects together. We can post the projects over the internet domain. I was thinking like we can do a small project related to Internet of Military Things instead of small IoT. You can present a proposal or draft proposal to the Indian Army. You can take inputs from them, do some research on the projects. Establish yourself on a particular domain. You can actually have a particular dedicated goal stating that yes, I chose IoT for some reason, and I'm able to get something out of it. So the primary reason of this club is, we'll be doing. If you guys are interested in some projects, we are ready to help you guys. If you're willing to gain some knowledge through this club, that's highly possible. You have myself. You have Gaurav, who is himself an expert on Google technologies. You have Yashraj, who is a machine learning engineer. You have Bhavana, who is a year younger to me. She is an AI expert. She can, and there's one more girl who's, there's some unfortunate event. She is not there. She is not well. To be more specific, you can take help from anyone in the Intel CMRTC club. You can do whatever projects that you want, and we are ready to help you. I hope that clears your doubt, Anudeep Reddy.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Guys, do you have anything else, like you haven't any more doubts? Guys, do not feel shy. I'm not an outsider. I'm just your third year student. You can see, I'm just another third year student. In another year, I'll be graduating. So you guys will be leading the club from the next part of onwards. Now, after we guys reach fourth year in the 4-2, around 4-2, that is, as you guys will be reaching the second semester. Now we'll be relinquishing our positions as the head of our divisions, and we will be transferring the position to one of you guys. So we'll be scrutinizing you guys for all sort of we'll be taking interviews from each of you guys, whether you guys are interested in IoT or not. We'll be talking to you guys a little bit, making sure that you are the right person for the position or not. So that's all, guys. Do wait in the session, wait for the link. Yeah, I just got a doubt difference between AI and IoT. So in AI, you are actually creating a system, an intelligent system, which will it'll act like a human. You are actually emulating the human behavior. So just like a human behaves, like a human, how a human talks, how he walks, how he behaves, what does his speech look like, what is this gait, and what the human looks like. That though all those features and parameters that you are taking and you're emulating on a machine, you're making sure the machine or a particular system is behaving in an intelligent way. The AI system can be based on, let's say, I'll give you a brief example. Let's say you are experienced learner on, you have more experience on mathematics, but the system doesn't know mathematics. The system does only works on the principle of GIGO, that is garbage in and garbage out. Let's say if you feed the system, that is, if you feed the system 1 plus 1 is 5, even if you give the answer, if you give the correct answer 1 plus 1 is 2, it will still say wrong, because you train the system by stating that the answer is 5. By making the system intelligent, it will learn from the environment. The system will learn from the environment. It will learn how to behave with the humans, how to behave with the environment, and then the machine will start accordingly. So this part of AI will be known as machine learning. But if you talk about Internet of Things, it's basically making sure that a hardware device is communicating to a software based device. That is, you have a let's say you are having a CCTV camera in your house. So create a small IoT system wherein you'll be taking the live feed from the camera onto your system and you can watch in real time. So that's the primary difference between AI and IoT. An IoT system doesn't necessarily need to behave like a AI, but AI system needs to learn how an IoT system works. Hope I cleared your doubt, FA, right? Yeah, I just got one more project on how we should do, and it's just paper presentation or technically we should do. Yeah. So if you are interested in research, publications, and all this stuff, you can actually study a lot of bit of resources. You can need it to study the. You can create yourself an IEEE Explore account. You can create an IEEE Explore account. You can search for articles related to Internet of Things or AI or ML or your specification of interest, and you can write can create a proof of concept, or you can create a draft of a technical paper describing the aspects. If you really, that's one part of technical research. The other part is creating a prototype. So in the prototype, let's say if you're writing a technical paper on a proposal stating that I want to create this kind of IoT system or this kind of an AI system. First, you'll be presenting a technical paper at a particular conference or in a particular journal, and while it's being processed, you'll be creating a small prototype of the same. It should be it's actually intellectual property. You're not supposed to share it with others unless and until you agree to it. You can create a small project. A small project in the sense you can create a prototype of it. If your domain is in artificial intelligence, you can look on various AI projects You can have if you're learning on Python. If I learned Python or some other programming language such as Python or Prolog, that's actually very wonderful because you can start with Python right away, or you can start with very basic projects like you can look at the website. I'm just going to post it over here. You can log into this website, that is create.arduino.cc/project hub. You can look on various projects that might pique your interest. So let's say you have DIY clock. You can create a LED to a stitch pattern, pedestrian detection system. You can have a let's say Christmas carol with OLED and buzzer. If you are interested in Nerf guns and make a little fun project, you can have a automatic Nerf gun. Or you can have an autonomous follow me cooler, a Bluetooth controlled car, and various other stuff. So that's the difference between what is a project in that essence. Vishnu, hope your doubt is cleared. You're welcome. Does anyone has any more doubts? Okay, I got first from Madhu, who's from ECE. I'm interested in making projects with Arduino, but I'm getting problem in coding. No problem. Don't feel scared or getting a little here and there with coding and all the stuff. I can help you with the coding part. You just need to understand which project you are interested in, so that you can actually study. You can actually learn the technology right in there itself. Obviously, and second thing, how are these classes going to be? Okay. Current stage, I think currently, I think we just got information from for the third years and fourth year stating that we need to be in college. So once once the first and second years are in the college, we'll be having a session. Physically, we'll be having we'll take a classroom which is available. We will be sitting there and we'll be explaining the aspects of each and everything. Vishnu, yeah, you need to learn a programming language for sure. I mean, after coming to computer science, as you are taking computer science with machine learning, so you can start learning Python. You can start learning Python because it's relatively simple. It's relatively easy to learn. It's much easier than C and C++ because it doesn't have you don't need to take up the class and all the stuff like that. You can visit you can just go log into YouTube. You can study for the Python and start learning with Python. Then you can go for R if you're interested in the data science aspect of programming, and start with R. Or you can just learn Python to the full extent. And I recommend you to learn at least 2 to 3 libraries perfectly. You might be interested in GUI programming. You can do that. You have Tkinter as a library for GUI programming. You can learn it because it's the easiest library to learn. Then you can have cryptography libraries. You can have an RSA library. You have encryption decryption libraries for you to learn how these messages are encrypted and decrypted and all the stuff. You can have a data science. You have NumPy. You have Pandas. You have Iter tools package for all the mathematical computations of the data. So yeah, you need to learn a programming for IoT. You can start with basic. You start a little with you can start little with Python, and then you can go further as per your requirement. Programming did not start for ECE. Would it be difficult? No, not at all. So see, that's a major misconception that most of the first years are facing, that programming is tough for the ECE students. We are not in the core computing domain. And there's nothing of that sort. Even we computer science students, we had trouble when we first started programming. Because we were new to computer science. Only a few of us had exposure of what is a computer, how to work on a computer, how to manage all the stuff like that. You can start learning let's see, you guys are having the PPS subject, right? So you can actually study PPS thoroughly first. Those who are really want to learn programming for these IoT and other projects, learn the C language thoroughly. Again, if you gain a very good grip on C language, you can start learning Python. It's just a matter of using the OOPS concept, that's the object-oriented programming for it. You can start learning Python once you are perfect with C, because if you're able to learn how C program works, how to program, how to write a simple piece of code in C language, you can immediately transition to Python. Python will be having some a different set of keywords and identifiers in there, constants and various other jargons that you need to take care of. But no, it does not. PPS subject did not start. It will start in the next semester. There's nothing to worry about it. You can stay as soon as the start. You can take care of the PPS. Once you are thorough with the PPS, I'll give you a resource. It's an online course. If you are interested, you can join that course on yourself. If you want to write an exam, you can write exam. It's from NPTEL. It's called as a Joy of Computing using Python. So if you guys are much interested to learn Python eagerly for AI, for ML, for IoT, or for any other project that you're interested. See, in the current industry, artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, data science, data analytics, these are all centered on some other new level programming language. It might be Prolog, it might be Java, it may be Python. But why I prefer Python is because it's much more simpler to understand. It's simpler. It's easier to write simple piece of code in Python, and you can actually manipulate it much better. So yeah, there's nothing called as difficulty for ECE students. You can, if you're having any sort of doubts, difficulty, you can approach you can approach us. If you are hesitant about going to the your professors, there's nothing harm in it. You can approach us. We can help in guiding you people to learn whatever that is needed for your project. I hope this is clear from my side. If any more doubts, you can just put in the chat box. Sahiti, I guess you are on mute. How many days will this club go on? It will be going on forever, bro. There's nothing called as a full stop to this club. This club is the youngest club of CMR, along with Coach Chef chapter. So the more we will be conducting contests, we'll be conducting hackathons, we'll be conducting so many events. As soon as we get the permission from our head of the department and a couple of other people, we are ready to make sure a particular event goes live within the campus. We'll be doing some crazy hackathons. We'll be inviting people from the industry. You can actually you can actually engage in a conversation with them. You can try to connect with their ideas. So there's no particular full stop for this club. It will be going on. As I said before, as we guys will be coming to the fourth year, we'll be it's time for us to leave the campus. So we'll be choosing one of you in each domain to continue the legacy of this club. This will be daily till we. Okay. I'm too speed. I apologize for the speed. I'll just go a little bit slow. Okay, this class will be daily. No. So we're not taking these classes on a daily basis. Once we have a couple of things here and there that needs to be adjusted. No, this is not a class. These are small events. We'll be sharing some information that we have with us, and you can share your thoughts and opinions about this club. Guys, I want to ask you something. What did you actually thought about this club? What was your opinion before joining this club? Thought that we can gain knowledge about the internet. Yeah, of course, you can gain a lot of knowledge. Not just myself. I'm not boasting about about individually. You have Gaurav, who is the actual founder of this club. Yeah, I'll be providing some knowledge about the coding. So yeah, as I told you before, if you guys are having any sort of hesitation or doubts regarding programming or coding, you can approach me. In case for projects, if you are looking for placement related coding, you can talk to Gaurav. You can talk to Yashraj. They're more on a better side on coding related task. But if you're just looking for programming for a projects aspect, like how to create a small project and stuff, I'll be there. EC is best. EC students, IoT is the best. We should choose IoT. This is another misconception that I have seen in many first and second year, stating that IoT is only meant for ECE students, or it's meant for electronic students, just meant for physics candidates and all the stuff. It's not the way. IoT is actually a interdisciplinary domain where you're just dealing with both hardware and the software at once. So myself, I'm just a computer science student. I don't have the deep understanding about what is a communication system, what is an electronic system, and all the stuff. It just interest. If you're having an interest in IoT, you can just join in a particular. You can do some projects as I told you before. Shika CSDC. In what way IoT will help us? So yeah, IoT is actually a very upcoming domain. It's a very upcoming domain where most of the companies have shown you before. They're working on Internet of Things as a part of a research. As I told you before, Google and United States Army and the Navy, United States Navy, are working on a project where devices are being powered together. Weapons are being operated through the internet. A cyber attack, you can say, electronic and cyber warfare. They're working on. Just take inspiration from various places. You can actually start working in an IoT field. You can contribute something to the country using IoT. You can gain a particular domain knowledge. It may be helpful for your personal career. Rishika. I'll Vishnu to get new ideas from you and share our ideas to you so that this group will be helpful in our career. Yeah, sure. That's amazing. No, we'll not be having these classes daily, as well we are having classes. We'll be having the trainings now, so we don't have this classes daily. Okay, yes. Did you help us in programming language PPS? Yeah, sure. I'll help you with the PPS part of it. No worries about it. If you're having any doubts, you can just take my number within the SparkX group that is available. If you're really interested, I can explain the basics of C language and all the stuff. Exam would be conducted in these sessions. No. We'll not be conducting any sort of exams for these sessions because this is just a basic, a thought sharing session. This is not. I'm not a lecturer in sort. I don't have the authority to conduct any exam. It's just a free session where you guys and people like me will be, conversing together on a particular topic and spending some time in a fruitful way. That's it. Nothing will be. We are not going to conduct any exams, put any much more pressure on you guys. So yeah, there'll be no exams, Srija. Any more doubts, ladies and gentlemen? You're free to use the chat box for your doubts. If you're willing to speak to the mic, you are welcome. Just make sure that you don't have any doubts kept in your mind after this session. When would our next class be? Yeah, that is still under discussion. They're still under review. Since we are having our exams once the college is reopening, and once you guys are again back to the college, once we have our offline classes starting once again, so the team will be myself, Bhavana and Yashraj, Gaurav. We'll be reconvening again. We'll be sitting together. We'll be discussing the aspects of discussing once again when should the next class will be, how to approach you guys better, and should we conduct any projects or should we conduct anything else in such a format. We will let you know once we receive permission for the next event. We'll definitely inform you guys, and you guys will be joining the event. less people in IIT club as compared to AI. That depends on the user, depends on the people's perspective. The people who are interested in IoT will be in IoT. The, who are interested in artificial intelligence will be in that group. No, that's something I'm not supposed to comment upon because it's unethical and immoral to do so. Because I personally like cloud IoT, and it doesn't give me the right that everyone of you should like the same subject. A few of you might be interested in AI. So you have your liberty to work on AI. Yeah, some people have the interest to they have curiosity to learn machine learning. They are towards that side. They are inclined towards machine learning, and people like you guys who are in this meet, they might be inclined towards Internet of Things. So they might be joining Internet of Things as well. So this I don't have a hard and fast textbook answer for this. That a less number of people in IoT is compared to AI. You can have that premonition that they join because their friends the friends join and all the stuff. It may be one of the reason, but the main reason would be interest. Those who are overhyped about artificial intelligence and machine learning, they're inclined towards that side. Those are in Internet of Things, they are here, and so on and so forth. There's nothing. There's something that I cannot provide you a particular answer with. Sorry for that. IoT uses in future. Okay, so the main uses in IoT are smart cities, smart homes. You can have SCADA systems, that is supervisory control and data acquisition systems using IoT. You can create an IoT system using for agriculture purposes. Create an IoT system for your home needs. Basically, you can create a smart home instead of no, they're not apps nowadays are IoT like mobile. No, they are just applications. If you are able to communicate, if you let's say a best example of IoT is Amazon Alexa. You have if my Alexa, you have Amazon Echo. You have Alexa. You have uh, Google, Hi Google, and all the stuff. Google Assist. Whereas you create this piece of software and you actually use a couple of devices to use something differently. Let's say I'll give you an example instead of giving a definition. Uh, let's say I've created a small. Let's say I'm using Amazon Echo. I think everyone knows Amazon Echo. Or, let's take a better example, Alexa. I'll use Alexa. No, I'll just use Alexa. Let's say, hey Alexa, switch on the light in the living room. So I'll be configuring a couple of devices in my home, which I'll be syncing with the Alexa application. And the moment I use my mobile phone to say like, hey Alexa, and just a couple of stuff like that, the device that is connected to the other end of the application will start responding to it. So that's how an IoT works. I mean, it's not just software and software. It's both software and hardware joined together. That is, if you are making sure that a hardware device is communicating is able to communicate to another hardware device through particular internet. That's the best example of Internet of Things. In future, there's a large scope of IoT. That is, you can have agriculture IoT, have IoT for military purposes, for industrial users. Create an IoT system for tracking and taking care of a farmland, basically using IoT for power grid management, livestock tracking. You can use IoT for self defense as well. There are many instances where women and people who are susceptible at midnight for in cases of mugging, in cases of stalking, in cases of various various unwanted restrictions of crime, they can actually create an IoT system for themselves. That is, if there's any danger in the nearby surrounding, in the proximity, it can send a small alert system to a nearby police station. It can send a alert to your family, letting that I am so and so person. I am in a danger. I need assistance. So there are a couple of IoT uses in future. Yeah, in medical, we don't have this session daily, right? When we'll have the session, how much time will you take? Yeah, basically every session is for 45 minutes to 1 hour based on the time availability. But if you guys are really interested, we can extend it to the required time. In medical field, yes, we do have Internet of Things like let's say there are patients who are unable to get out of the bed for due to some reasons, or bedridden, or actually in today's times it's highly efficient because in COVID patients it's required that the patient is in isolation, it doesn't interact with the rest of the people around him. The caretakers themselves, they need to be in a proper position where they can serve the patient but not you know get contracted COVID themselves. They can use IoT devices to communicate with the patient and make sure that there's an automated medicine reminder. For bedridden patients, you can create an IoT application where the bed will adjust based on based on a couple of a couple of commands sent by the user and such stuff like that. Not just in medical field, we have almost every field. There's no dearth of field. You can say in this way. Whatever field that you take, there's some kind of an IoT that is present in that system. You have smart cities, you have smart homes, smart hospitals, medical connected medical devices. Can have uh, health monitoring systems. You have agriculture monitoring systems, environmental uh, maintenance system, power grid management systems, oil rig maintenance system, etc., and so on and so forth. So that I think that answers your question, Vishnu. Yes, in medical field, IoT has a great importance to play. Okay, so don't think that this session is completed. Gaurav will be joining this call, and you guys will be redirected to the previous session where there's a small demo of the product of the projects that you can actually learn through Intel. You just wait for a couple of minutes, guys, please.
Yeah, Gaurav.
Let everyone come back.
Yeah, fine. Guys, till everyone join, if you guys have any doubts about anything about our club, then you can ask it.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. In the AI session, a girl from my team had a doubt. I couldn't answer it. Who was the girl? Like she was asking about meta service or something.
Okay. What was
Yeah,
the
you
doubt?
just ask anything.
Yeah, you can ask it now.
Yeah, nowadays it is a great thing now. Everyone is talking about such metaverse, virtual reality, and all.
About what?
Yeah,
She's talking
we
about
have
Reality?
AI in it, but it's an alliance of blockchaining. Can we have
Okay, about blockchain.
blockchaining in future?
Okay. Blockchain.
Blockchaining is better or AI is the better one?
Yeah. For everyone, blockchaining is nothing but um, it's a kind of ledger thing that you store data and you connect those data with a chain like thing. And to coming to your question, you're asking, is it better or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's better. Okay. Like in what aspect are you asking? Is it better?
Yeah,
Like, an,
means we have both alliances. So already we are into the AI. So will only AI will have the better future or to invent something?
no.
Do we need
Okay.
help of blockchain or any other thing?
Okay. In future, blockchaining, AI, ML, these are the main concepts that are being that will be popular in future. Okay, these three are completely different domains. So as per your interest, you can go with anyone. Okay, it's not like this domain will drop down in future, or it's not like that.
Now we are not going to have any topic of blockchain or
Yeah, no. In Intel IoT Club, we don't have any blockchaining concept on it.
If we introduce, we'll tell you.
Yeah, if you want, if most of the people want about blockchaining and all, then we can introduce one.
You know about blockchain means basic thing. What is it?
yeah, that one. Do we get to know in this? That's
If
what
you
my
want an overview, I can give you. So in blockchain, what happens is multiple peoples are there. They have their own computer and set of hard disk. Every data is decentralized. That is, it is not stored on a single database. It is saved in various data sites. For example, if you have 100 rupees and you transfer it to Yash, Yash will have the 100 rupees, but you will also have the data. Both will have the data that you have transferred 100 rupees. So it
Yeah,
is stored across various machines. Such that no single person can have a control. If one day you send 100 rupees to Yash and he turns off his computer and tell he has never received, then you can not prove it that you have sent it. But if you have decentralized version, you can prove that I have this data, I have sent them this data. So
yeah.
blockchain helps to solve this problem.
What is the main theme of this club?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Main theme of this club.
Okay, Gaurav, can you answer it?
Our main theme is basically artificial intelligence, machine learning, and IoT. We anything you have in these three fields, will surely deal with it. And for enhancing this support, we will be having some mental tools also, which we will focus on it. And guys, some of you might have missed the session. We will provide you with recording, and people who wanted to listen all the three sessions, two sessions, we will providing a recording to you. You can use it. Some people even had the problem that they joined late, so they couldn't hear. They can also use the same recordings.
Yeah, guys, you'll get the recordings on our YouTube channel. We'll share the link.
I don't think so. Anybody else is gonna join. Let's move there.
Yeah, fine, it's fine. Okay.
Guys, so we have the final session would be about Intel tools. Okay, so I will be sharing about some tools which are made by Intel. My screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
So the tools which we are going to use would be Intel distribution of OpenVINO tool. So you guys might be knowing that AI is changing industries. All the industries AI is involved. That is the emergency response, energy, or even education, cities, everywhere. So with the growing number of AI devices, we need to have some hardware also to be growth, right? So for that, that is the reason why we need deep learning. It is a tremendous opportunity in global growth in chipset revenue driven by AI inference. So I will be explaining. Uh, is my voice audible?
Yes, Gaurav,
It's
continue.
audible, but it's too slow.
Okay, okay. I will tell loudly once again. So this is the reason why we need deep learning. It is very much big market. That is, it would be around 52 billion by 2025. And so deep learning is something that when normally what we do is we give the data we have labeled on it. For example, if I show a phone and I will label this as a mobile phone, then only the computer can understand it. But with the deep learning, automatically it can understand various things. For example, if I show this without telling it that it was a phone, it will automatically understand and tell you guys that it was a phone. So this industry is getting bigger day by day. So it will reach 52 billion by 2025. And this every process is driven by AI inference. So why deep learning? So machine able to meet or exceed human image and speech recognition. For example, I am telling something, you might not understand it, but for example, Google Assistant might tell you something, same thing that you, but you can understand it easier because the machines are more have more knowledge because we have inferred and given them the knowledge, and this is the reason why they can understand better, they can work better. For example, if you see a person very far from you, you might not guess it. But with machine learning, if a feature of that person matches to already having data, it can guess it. And even any song, if you play, you might not guess it. But with just hymns, the song might be guessed in seconds by various devices such as Alexa and Google Assistant. So this is very much bigger industries, that is 13 trillion industry. So everywhere AI is used. This is a company named as DeepState. They manufacture tires. So, for example, a tire is there and it is damaged. With our raw eyes, we can't tell that it is damaged or not. But with machine learning, various things, we can tell in seconds that it is damaged and we will remove that from our production. Even in medical field, that is, for example, a company named as JLK Inspection takes the MRI of a person and can detect whether he has a particular set of diseases or not. The environment also, we can identify various wishes, things underwater where we can't reach. So ESA, that is the European Space Agency, along with NASA, use various things. Use various things which help them to do tasks autonomously, and we can get a better result because we cannot visit a space at such huge distances, and this is the reason why we use various things. So machine, we have various machines, right? With the help of machine learning, we can teach this that this planet we needs to be focused because that is a particular planet, and whenever there's something like this visible to it, with the help of machine learning, it sees it and understand it and gives us a better feedback. So let's see what is deep learning development cycle. So it has 4 steps. The first step is we import the data. You, for example, you are planning something. Uh, let me ask you some question. You can then understand it. Anybody, what will you do when you are planning to go on a picnic? Anybody can answer.
We arrange money first.
So you will need money, right? So you need to have a plan that this much expenditure would be there, right? So that is what we call it data import. You will import the data that I have this much money. I need to go this place. I have this much time remaining. How much distance is there, various things you will acquire from your surround and organize it in a way. For example, if you have 100 rupees, I will spend 50 on a ticket and this that. You will calculate what and all things you need, and what is there you will build. That is, you will plan something. For example, four things are there. You will plan that I will go by this bus, I will go by this train, various modes you will find out. So you start to create a model. While and this stage is known as building stage. Then you train. That is, uh, I know how to go from train because I know this card I can swipe and go via metro, various things. You train how you will be you going to utilize your plan. Then this is the training stage. You adjust model to meet the performance and accuracy objects. We teach that how this thing is going to be done, everything else. Then what is the final stage? anything you finally execute your plan, right? So this is called the deploy stage, in which you integrate the trained models with your code, and then you deploy it on a platform. So what does OpenVINO toolkit does is it provide deployment from Intel edge to cloud. Excuse me. You can deploy various things from Intel on Intel hardware, and you can have a better performance. So this is important. Deep learning that is the difference between training and inference. For training, I told you, right, mobile phones. Then here we have a photo of human. We show it, then we label it also. So a human photo is labeled as human bicycle strawberry. Then what happens is a machine, whenever it sees a photo, that is the cycle, it comes back, it checks from lots of data what it has. And if this is matching with this, it gives a response that this might be a bicycle. But what happens in inference is, in inference, the model doesn't know anything. So what it happens is, whenever it sees something, it gets the data. One second, it gets the data features. It has a circular tire, various things. It understands it what it might be, and with the help of neural networks, it can detect that it might be a cycle because it has two wheels. There is no motor in it. There is no fuel tank. Some things it will tell you. Then what are the artificial intelligence compute considerations? What do we need to consider? First is the workload. How much amount of data I will give it? How much time it will be active? What are my requirements? Requirements in the sense, if you want a model to be precise that it can detect any sound, you need to know that what are the languages I will cover, various things you need to know. Then what would be the demand of it? Means how it will be selling in environment, how many people are going to use it, various things. So we have seen the considerations. Yeah, then we need also to know about various challenges. So unique inference needs. For every purpose, we need to have a different thing. And then this will gap in performance. For example, if you are planning for a laptop, you need a gaming laptop. You will select Intel i9 chip, i7 chip, latest generation chips. But if you are just planning for a regular work, you can go with i3, i5. So this is unique inference need. For every purpose, there should be difference. And integration challenge. How can you integrate your solution to a existing problem and use it? No one size fit all. In this, what happens is you create a model, but you cannot use it in all the places. So this is also one of the thing which you need to know. Then why are we going to use Intel distribution of OpenVINO toolkit? You know how, for example, you know how to build everything. You can build anything, then you can deploy also. But you need to optimize it because, for example, if you are if you are writing a program that is to calculate 2 plus 2, if it takes 100 years, how will you feel? You will feel the code is waste and it is not working, right? So we need to optimize everything, and with the help of OpenVINO toolkit, we can optimize our solutions. So these are few of the libraries which are very much used in machine learning and artificial intelligence. For example, Caffe, MXNet, Keras, TensorFlow, Onyx, PyTorch. And we can optimize and test it on various Intel hardware. Then we can deploy it finally on Windows, Linux, or Macintosh. So what are the fields which we are going to use it in? Industrial field, it safeguards enable safe and smart applications with an efficient performance. And in life sciences, that is medical field, you need a faster responses. Whether this person has this problem, we can get it faster. In retail units, we can use to calculate how much pieces are there, everything. Live monitoring, safety and security. For example, if there is a theft, we can help of machine learning, we can understand how theft is going to be and we can protect ourselves. So compounding effect of hardware and software. What we do is we take some Intel thing, Intel processor. you can test it that if I use this deep lab, mine would be 2x, mine would perform 2x better. But if you use OpenVINO, it might perform up to 3x. That is, you get a better performance every time you use it. So this is the developer journey. You build, you optimize, you deploy. So you can see various applications are there. Here you can see a laptop, you can see Alexa, you can see cars, IoT devices, machine learning devices. Then you train various models. And with OpenVINO toolkit, already trained models are there. So you don't need to worry about this. Then it will help you get a better performance. Then you can deploy it on any software, anything. So this is how it looks in a single slide. Advanced capabilities to streamline various deployments. See, open model Zoom pre-trained toolkits. These are some tools which are already trained to perform certain tasks. You guys can use it for free. Mostly they are for free. And you can see the OpenVINO toolkit has pre-trained models, so you don't need to train every time separately. And this is a model optimizer. It is a Python-based tool to import trained models and convert them to intermediate representations. So it is based on Python, and it can import various trained models. It optimizes your performance. It is a hardware agnostic optimization. That is, it optimizes the hardware. You can see there is a trained model. This is the model optimizer, and this is the inference data, intermediate representation. So optimization techniques are available in the below things. So this is how the trained model works. You can learn more. And this is the deep learning workbench. For example, anything you want to do, you can perform it on a workbench and it would be very comfortable for you. So what is an inference engine? It is a high-level C, C++, and Python inference runtime API. API is application programming interface. That is, for example, you want to buy a cover, you can type your phone's name, and already existing covers will be there, which will fit your size, right? That is similar to API. You need a model, you type about it, you will easily get a response. Now, interface is implemented as dynamically loaded plugins for each hardware. One second, guys. So what is this is we can write the code once and deploy anywhere. We don't need not to write many a times. We do not need to train again and again. So it helps you decrease your work. This is the structure. You have the application, then there is the inference engine. That is the common API for various separate tasks. Then multi-device plugin, for example, you have various type of devices such as Android. You can use one plugin to separate devices for each separate devices. And these are few of the tools: GNA plugin, various plugins, and OpenCL. These are some Intel processors, Intel. OpenCL is the graphics one, GPUs. This is GNA API and Movidius API. These are for separate devices. So additional tools are there: model optimization, benchmark app. You can take the benchmarks of various devices. You can deploy various things. You can have accuracy check on various devices. Some of the demos are available with us. We'll show you afterwards. So these are few of the case studies. One second. So these are various things you can see. So I'll share you one link. You can download the OpenVINO from there. You can use this tool. Now let's see one more tool, that is the dev cloud. We'll show you how it works and everything. So what happens is you don't want to use your hardware. For example, you are making something, but you don't want to deploy it on your local computer. What you will do, you will find an option that is available in online, right? For example, if for watching any movies on Amazon Prime, Netflix, you don't need to download it. You can directly stream, right? We can also stream various machines, devices via internet. So what happens is when you have this account, you can access the cloud, and you can get various codes from GitHub and datasets stored on the Intel cloud. Then you can test it. You send a request to a storage server which supports up to 50 GB of request from your side. Then you can stream that things. And on the server itself, we have various CPUs, FPGAs, and GPUs and VPUs. So you can test it out on the internet without having any external, and it will not damage any of your hardware. So let us build something. My screen is visible. Anybody? My screen is visible.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
So now the second thing we are going to see is the dev cloud. I have shared the link if you want. So this is how the page looks like. You guys can go and enroll here by following the steps.
Bro, is
So
it
here you can
compulsory
fill
to enroll
the.
in that?
Anybody wants to say something?
Is it compulsory to enroll in that?
If you want to use, you can enroll it. I will show you. Then if you want, you can enroll it. Then you
Guys,
have the.
it's like we'll use these tools to make projects and all. Gaurav will tell that now.
Yeah, we will make one project also even if you want.
Yeah.
So you guys can fill the information, first name, last name, email. Please, if you are making, please remember the username, because we might want your username in the future, because we can track your activities and we can help you out. So you guys can create the account easily with the link I will share in the group also afterwards. I'm already enrolled, so I will just sign in into this. So here mainly five things are available. That is the homepage. You can know about various things, announcements they have made. Then there is the learning section. You can go and learn over here. Machine learning, AI, and various things. Tutorials are present here. How everything works. You can know training videos are there. So these are some tools which Intel provides. Then you can build solutions. or you can connect your things which are already present, you have created on your local computer. You can connect online and use it anywhere. It has an integration with the OpenVINO toolkit, which previously we have discussed. So optimizations can be done directly from here, because it has every data which you guys might need for building any application. You guys can launch various project from it. So let us do that. We'll build something. You have sample applications here. You can go here. So it loads the page. Just a minute. We have a few projects here: store traffic monitor, store aisle monitor, seismic interpretation. Various things are there. You can without knowing any code, you can directly use it. For example, let us go with safety gear. You guys know safety gears are helmet, jackets, various things, right? Which people use at the construction site, etc. So safety gear detection. Let us, without having any hustle, we can create a model on that. Let me show you step by step how we can do it. So Python is very important because mostly everything is done in Python only these days. Whether it might be machine learning, AI, everything is done in Python itself. Just a minute, it will open in Jupyter Notebook. I think you might not know it, but Jupyter Notebook supports Python codes. You can run various Python codes and use it directly. This is basically an offline thing you guys normally do, but with the help of web cloud, you can connect it over the web and you can use it directly. Just a minute, it takes time to load because it is connected to Intel server, right? And Intel server has various loads also. Now you can see that this page has opened. This is a Jupyter notebook. Everything is pre-programmed for you guys. You can go here, and this is based out in Python. You can understand how a thing is working. That is the safety
Bro, we
gear
cannot see
detection.
that.
That you're able to see the screen.
Yes, we can see it. It's just loading.
Loading. It has 1 second. It has loaded. Is it visible?
Yes, now it's visible.
Ah. So here everything is present. Safety gear sample application. That is, you don't need to program everything. Already it is present. You can learn from here how every key concepts are shown here. For video and images input, we use a software called OpenCV. OpenCV is used to draw various boundaries you might have seen in CCTVs, various things. So here entire thing is present. Every small detail which you might be needing for creating an application, machine learning, AI, or anything, you can use it. So what happens is, before starting anything, you need to import various libraries. So here you can see this is the code which we will be running. This is the import code, import OS, time system, various things. Then you click on this tool, this cell, then you simply run it. Entire things would be imported for you guys. Then you keep on doing this, you will understand how everything is going on, because they have given entire documentation. So it is on. If it has a star mark, that means it is under progress. IR in the sense immediate response, which we have learned in OpenVINO. It is basically using the cafe model. There are two types of IR files, that is FP16 and FP32. See, now we have seen that the star has gone and 2 is there, means it is the second cell we have executed. So you guys need to go on doing this. You will keep if you study our documentation, you will understand various things. See, it has given us a view model graph. We can see the graph. It will load in that page. And it is, see, this is the hardware requirement. It is going to use some input video. Number of CPUs, it is going to use 2 GPUs, 4. This is basically on Intel hardware. It is simulating, right? Then you can do it on this safety gear video. I will show you guys once it load. This is also loading. So this video will be used by our tool, by our model. 1 second, it loads. So now you can see that there are no boundary boxes, that is tools, her helmet and jackets are not being detected yet, because this is what we will provide it. Then it will show us how the response will come. So this would be our video. Then we can adjust to it. Just simply you guys run it. See, we can understand, because Python is very close to English, right? You can understand the code. It is going to write safety instructions. It is going to write various instructions, what are the requests, various things. Then we import some things. Once this is done, then we submit to our model in the queue. It will take a few seconds for rendering, pre-processing, and optimizing things. And here we can find out that here you can test your model on Intel Xenon chip. Every chip is present here mostly. This is the integrated GPU neural computer stick. Hardware you want to test it, because your application you will run on hardware ultimately. So it has inference on this chip for 14.6 seconds. You can find out various analytics data, and this is the model graph it has loaded. Import model is there, from where we have imported. Everything is present here. It is a huge process. You guys can't even see that it is how much huge. So we have imported model. Model has gone through this 4, 5, 6 paths, and what it has done, you can see it. We'll explain you in future. It has taken decisions. If it is there, we'll go to yes, no, like that. Decisions are being taken. Now we'll submit this to the Intel Xenon Gold chip. So it will also take process. You can then, or you can go and monitor this stats, live stat, and finally, if we are done with it, we can just create the output how it will be going to look. The previous video we have seen would be outputted here. Just a second. See, it is the same video, but what happens here is it can detect that she is wearing the vest, helmet, and everything. So this is what we have done in just a few lines of code. We can detect various things. Vest is there or not, whether they are wearing helmet. The safety thing is done. So various hardwares are there. You can test out here with the help of DevCloud. You can check. You don't need to download any additional software or thing. It will be done directly. So guys, the last point is the now you have been trained, right? What we will do is we will have a test. afterwards. That is, you guys will be given 2 days of time. So within 2 days of time, you need to take the quiz. You will be given three chances. You can write your name here. I will provide you with this link. Then the university would be CMR Technical Campus. Unique ID I will provide you. And
Bro,
the
we
training.
cannot see.
Gaurav, it has not loaded.
One second.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's loaded.
This page is visible. Intel training evaluation.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So we will provide you with this link, and you can go and take the quiz. You can need to provide your name. College name would be CMR Technical Campus. We will provide you an ID. Then the training date would be today's date, that is 30. Then you can take the quiz. Here we will be having a few questions. We will help you out with some external questions. My screen is visible.
Yeah. Continue.
So various hardwares are present here. Then you can just select the options which you feel right. We will also be sharing some demo questions. Then after taking the test, you will be given total of 10 questions only. Then you can submit it. You need to get at least 7 correct. That is, you need to score at least 70% in the test. You will be given total of 3 attempts. In these 3 attempts, if you score that much, you will qualify the quiz and you will be getting certificates. You will have 3 chances. Are you guys clear with it?
Yes.
So that was the two tools. That is the OpenVINO and Intel Dev Cloud. Now, if anybody has doubts, you can ask us.
When will be the quiz conducted?
I will provide you with the link now only. You can have 2 days of time. Whenever you want, you can fill out. All the same links I will provide you in the group also. And if you guys feel any doubt after the session also, you have the WhatsApp group. You can message us via Instagram and LinkedIn. Anywhere you guys can reach out to us. You have our numbers also. It would be no issues.
Sir,
So
can I know what kind of questions are we going to be asked?
you will be asked very basic questions in AI, ML, or IoT, and also about these tools which we have discussed. We will be
Okay.
sharing few of the sample test papers also. You can have a look on it.
Okay, good.
Is anybody else any questions?
When do we have our next section?
Next session when we keep, we'll inform you. Our Instagram will post out, and also if possible, we'll reach out to your HOD and he will post you in the group. Any domain specific doubt, AI, ML, or IoT?
Guys, if you have any doubt, you can ask it. Yeah, I think they don't have any doubts.
Guys, once everyone, please turn on your cameras. Arun, are you there? So, guys, we had trouble in the starting of the session also because your names weren't accurate, which the format which we have specified. Due to that, we got a delay also. Sorry for that. And whenever we conduct any sessions, you guys would be informed because we have your email IDs, and also the WhatsApp group is there. We'll post it. Guys, did you feel bored in the session?
No.
No, I think most of them felt boring, Ray.
You
The
can be
meeting.
honest, no problem.
No issues. This is a very new for your level. We will have see. We have told only basics because we know that you might not be knowing the basics now, and it won't be of any use, right? We have told you basics. In future, we'll tell you little bit. Will increase, keep on increasing the level, such that you understand better, and you can guys can create various projects. Any doubts?
Anything else you people wanted to say? So how was this event overall?
Good.
Yeah, we had a
Thank you
little
so
bit
much.
issue. Next time we'll solve
Some
it out.
information.
Yeah, Suvarna, tell.
It's an informative session.
You have learned something, right? As promised by us.
For sure.
For first years also from seventh college is there.
Yes, bro.
Is there okay.
Yeah, it also meet there.
Okay.
We also have one exam remaining for me. One exam is there. Only one.
Yeah, same, me too.
Just one day, if 1 2 days, if they have delayed, then our exams would have got over. It would we could have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We first
So
and second years need to write it from internals again. Internals, mids, and then followed by some exams.
you guys have packed schedule.
I was actually looking for that girl, Ray. Dikshita Reddy, I guess. She told
No,
me it would be like a class, so we'll get a perfect feedback by her.
she had one issue that someone removed her. I guess
Oh,
she messaged me. I guess. Everyone joined sessions. I was waiting in the main meeting. Nobody was there. Only she was alone there, waiting
okay.
to join.
So everyone had the access of removing.
I don't know.
Yeah, everyone has it.
A few people were removed, it seems.
Mm.
Removed by someone, it seems.
Guys, the session is over, I will download everything and put on YouTube. And share the link. You guys can use it of the three different sessions we had. Anybody wants to share their experience?
Yeah, bro. First of all, I want to thank you all guys for even though you all have tight schedule, you took out a time for us and explained many things. So we are very thankful to you, and we are looking forward for your sessions in future. And I experience and I it was a good experience for me in this session, and I've learned a lot of things. So thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much from our end.
When we'll have any offline session, we'll enjoy a lot, right? Now we don't have currently any plan, but when we have, we will enjoy a lot. That's for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, we have offline sections.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? Anyone wanna speak?
Anything about our college also is okay.
Yeah.
We'll surely enjoy this session because it is being conducted by you, our seniors. Like, it will definitely not be like lecturers.
Well,
You have
Makkan
come
Baji.
through this phase. No, brother, because you have been through the space, the same phase, and you will be more experienced than us to teach us. And
Yeah.
before this session, I have zero knowledge about the differences between AI, ML, and IoT. And I've got a clarity about the three different things, and also the Intel tools. I've never heard of about that, but
I
after this,
also
I
got
got
to
a
know
little
about
bit
this.
clarity. So this will definitely be an informative session for all of us.
Yeah,
That was
all
a
the
lovely feedback from
yeah,
you.
all
Thank
the
you so
tools are available for free, guys. If you want, you can use it. And guys, if you learn coding now itself, it will be useful.
But
The
brother, we are being taught the C language actually. We are
no
not being
issues.
focused on Python.
I can no issues. You learn
Yes.
minimum C also. Because if you learn the basic, you can understand any language easily. Mostly everything is same only. Just a few difference in the structure and the syntaxes. Just that's it.
Yeah. It's also not necessary to learn it from college, guys. You can see a lot of YouTube videos and all. Like if you are familiar with C, C++, that then you can move for Java and Python. You'll get a lot of stuff on YouTube. We have Udemy courses and all.
Please, and also practice on hacker rank, because hacker rank they explain also and you guys can learn also.
Yeah.
Guys, how many of you are from Sri Chaitanya and Narayana? Can you please raise your hand?
Bro, all are from Narayana and Chaitanya.
After 2 years torture, you have come to college.
I'm actually missing the torture right now.
No, bro, we went only 1 year at college.
Oh, even more.
Second year
Bro,
total 8.
Yeah, yeah.
much.
Anything small is
Bro,
there, you
can I
can
know
ask.
when did you actually start coding?
Question to whom?
Make it clear that whom you wanted to ask.
By yourself, when did you started learning to code?
First year, second sem. Uh, you guys have went to 1 year only inter, right? You have also gone to college only 1 year. You can count like
Yeah,
that.
same.
So
We have also attended 1 year.
when we were in offline, right? We had some training sessions there. They have taught basics. So from there we have started our journey.
Honestly, I started it from intermediate itself.
Very deep code.
Yeah, no.
First year is the best year for experience.
Yeah, true. Harshavardhan and Chandana, I guess. बाकी सब लोग फोन रख के बाजू चले गए लग रहा.
అన్న నేను కూడా ఉన్నా అన్న.
మాట్లాడుతున్నాం బ్రో.
అన్నా నేను కూడా ఉన్నాను.
చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు. మాట్లాడండి.
అది మీరు మాట్లాడితే కదా తెలుస్తుంది. నేను అనుకున్న ఫోన్ పెట్టి పక్కన వెళ్ళిపోయినారు. Guys, how many of you are in any other club? Like let's say ఆకృతి ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారా?
ఆకృతిలో
ఆకృతిలో ఉంది.
ఓకే.
కోడ్ చెఫ్.
లెక్సిస్ ఇంకా సెలెక్షన్స్ కాలేదు.
యా కాలేదు. పేరు ఇచ్చారు కదా. యు గైస్ గేవ్ నేమ్స్ రైట్?
యా.
యా.
I think IT sections I went.
For Lexus,
You?
Yeah, I went for CSM and CST.
CSM and CST. IT and
Yeah.
CS. I don't remember also.
Uh,
They were in chemistry lab, engineering workshop, various places. PPS lab, English workshop, English lab everywhere.
CSM people were in class only. We did all in class.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye guys. Bye guys.
Bye. It was a good experience for all of us. Thank you so much for explaining your
Thank you so
support.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was the second event we conducted from this club. Thank you so much for extending your support and making it successful.
Yes, you guys will participate in every event, I think.
Bro, we'll have like this meeting in offline also.
Yes. We'll
Yes,
just
we are
take.
excited to meet in person.
We get permission, we can have.
Yeah.
Like, will that also take 2 to 3 hours?
No. We will not have 2 to 3 hours. If you want to leave in the college till 6 or 7, then you tell we can keep it.
No, college bus.
No.
They wanted to bunk the classes, so
Yeah, we want to bunk
3
class
hours.
and
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine then. Bye everyone. Bye.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.
Bye.